Folks, this is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me. No traffic jam delay. See, I was driving over the moon in my big hot air balloon, floating high into the darkness. I hope I get there soon. There's so many things to do, so many people I need to talk to, and they've all been waiting for me. Well, I gotta make it through. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me. No traffic jam delay. Thank my stars for every green. You have no idea what it means. No, no. To a man who's always traveling, who's seen the things that I've seen. I don't know what's yet to come. Not sure of anything that I've done really makes that much a difference. Well, I hope it has for some. Something special happened today. I got green lights all the way, with no big red sign to stop me. No traffic jam delay. Well, I was driving over the moon in my big hot air balloon, floating high up in the darkness. I promise that I'll make it to you very soon. Something special happened today.
What's up, good people? We back in the building once again. Dang it. Sitting there fixing my beard. I came right in and immediately looked to see what kind of bullshit Lero was talking about. He says, no, I logged out for a while preparing for this. Okay. He didn't say nothing crazy. Whenever I see Zero, Judgezilla, and Silent Lamont post something, I immediately have to look because they be saying some funny shit. Killed me with that chocolate ice cream joke right at the end of the stream yesterday. What's going on, everybody? Like to welcome everybody back. What's up? Salute to all the good folks making it in bright and early. Said in the building. What's going on? We got Third Ward in the building. What's up? Salute to you. Damn it. I never feel like I got this mic quite right. What's up and salute to you. Ilonga Savage in the building. Chief BD, what's going on? Jessica X, what's going on? Saw something weird on my screen. But what's up to everybody making it in bright and early today? Y'all see the title, y'all see what we're going to be talking about. I'm sure y'all have seen the video that has gone viral where a brother was talking about how his woman, how he was like, you forced monogamy on me. It's a fair discussion to be had about the concept of forced monogamy. I don't like the way that he was going about it. I didn't like the way that he was going about it. But it was some good points embedded in there. And we gonna talk about it. Soul provider in the building. Already shouted out Jessica XTD Hutch. Already shouted out Zero. Sister George says, here we go. Don't know why I acknowledged her. Monogamy is a no-no. I feel you. I feel you. Jessica X. I'm sitting here. She says, I hope Curlin isn't listening to this bullshit. You don't know if it's bullshit yet. I'm in a monogamous relationship. So there's that. So you don't know where I'm going to come down on this. But I did notice when the stream was playing, you asked a good question, and I'm looking for it now. You asked the good question. You said, where the hell is Melody? I haven't seen Melody in a while. I don't think anybody's seen her in anybody's chat room in a while. Melody is missing in action. Somebody got to do a wellness check on Melody. My prediction is she done got flued out by somebody, so she just laid up somewhere. She done got flued out. That's my prediction. That Melody done got flued out. She'll be back in a week. Monogamy is not normal. It was constructed by betas in order to not share. I do agree that monogamy is not exactly natural. I do agree with that. It's not just the natural function of human beings, of mammals. There's very few species in the animal kingdom, particularly mammals, that are monogamous. In that sense, it's really not a thing. So, hang on one second, good people. Hang on one second. It's really not a thing in the animal kingdom. It's not. It's not. And even though a lot of folks, particularly black folks, even though a lot of y'all are starting to come around, y'all don't exactly like to admit it. But human beings are essentially animals. Here we go. Bernard looking like one of the birds. Bears. Ah, shit. Silent be killing me. Silent be killing me. Oh man. The Berenstein Bears. The dad wore overalls. Now I don't want to take away from the potence, if that's the right word, the potency of your joke. But I'm about to Google the Berenstein Bears. And how the fuck do you spell Berenstein? Goddamn. I know I got this wrong. We got to get down to the bottom. Is the dad wear overalls? God damn it. No. 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 Silent, you on some bullshit. It do not look like one of the goddamn. You done made me Google images of them. I had to get down to the bottom of this one. You kiss my ass, Silent. Oh shit! Hold on, I shouldn't be here. I don't want to be there. I want to be here. Here we go. You kiss my ass. I don't look like one of the Berenstein Bears. You can go, Silent. You can go straight to hell. In fact, this is what you can do, Silent. You can get a shovel and start digging, and just keep digging and keep digging and keep digging. Keep digging until you see hell. Then once you see hell, just do a nice, perfect swan dive into that motherfucker. How about you do that? How about you go and do that? Anyway, back on the topic. Back on the project. Oh shit! I need some lotion. Naima Buckner in the building. But no, the monogamy thing. Okay, this is where I'm at. I said before that monogamy. I'm just gonna give my take on monogamy. Then I'm gonna roll the beautiful bean footage and respond to it. Then I'm bring y'all up. I do want to hear what the fine brothers of the Black Manosphere got to say about this, because I do believe that most men, like I've said before, most men, when all is said and done, you do want a family of some sort. You do want a family. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to be committed. I mean, that doesn't mean that it necessarily has to be a monogamous relationship. There's a lot of relationships where it's not necessarily monogamy. People got all kind of shit going on. You know, it's all kind of polyamorous shit going on. Shout out to ARC. He uses the term obligatory monogamy. You know, so it's a thing where people be in relationships and they still, you know, have additional lovers on the side. That is a thing. And it's something actually natural about that. I'm not even saying that's what people should accept. I'm not pushing for it. I'm not trying to say, women, you need to accept your man having sex with somebody else. No, it need to be agreed upon up front. I do see the fuckery in it, though. I do see the fuckery in it, because the recent data that's coming in, just as much as men, actually in the younger age, it's on the Family Studies Institute, shows that married women between the age of 18 and 29 actually cheat more than men. But the average marriage age is 29 in this country. Therefore, the age most women cheat. Black Ram just did a show on this. The age that most people cheat, most women cheat, is around 36, where they getting married at 29. So, you know, we're talking a nice cozy, 6 years into the marriage, and they're ready to hop on something else, you know. So it's a matter of, it's a situation where women more or less push for monogamy. They want monogamy. They really, really want this monogamy thing. But at the end of the day, they're cheating just as much as men. There was a study that showed in married couples, 23% of men cheat, 19% of women cheat. That's the most recent data that I was able to find on that. And so I don't buy it. It goes back to one of the things that I always say about how women have some of the best PR machine ever. They got the best PR machine ever. Uh-oh. He says they want financial monogamy, Bernard. Uh-huh. Zero's on to something. He said they want financial monogamy. That's something we'll probably get into that. I always talk. I was hitting somewhere else and Zero threw me off, so I'll end up going back somewhere else, hopefully circling back to where I was at. I always talk about how, no, I'm not blaming women today for feminism, for the feminist movement of yesterday. But I do believe that women today like the results. So I tend to believe if this generation of women today was around back then, they would have made the same movement, the same type of rebellion. I do believe they would have ultimately did the same exact thing. I do believe that. So we end up in a situation where women had what I would think, based off the shit they complain about, an ideal situation where they lived with mommy and daddy, and men showed up, hat in hand, fucking roses behind their back, you know, offering whatever little resources they had in exchange for that man's daughter's virginity, essentially. I'm showing up. I just got me a job at the local factory. I'm ready to take care of your ass. And I'm going to be committed to you. And people always say, oh, well, they was cheating and they were still doing this. Okay, yeah, some men did. But if the marriage rate was 90%, then how much random stray pussy was it to cheat with? So most men weren't cheating. It was some men who had a little certain somebody up the road, the little widow that, her husband died, or the unmarried floozy, or the bosom pussy here and there, shit like that. But most men were faithful, committed, in monogamous relationships, and a generation of women went running away from that full speed. Running away from it full speed. And we're supposed to just accept whole hog their laments and complaints today about a lack of monogamy, when traditional, well, what we would consider traditional in this country, traditional monogamous relationships is something that a generation of them fought and ran away from. That's why I've said that, yes, they do want the relationships, they do want to get married, they want to have the option to leave when they're ready. That's more or less what they want. They want to be able to pack it up, pack it in, and get the hell out of there. They want to be able to get out of there, get to the chopper when they're ready. And that's really what they fought against. They weren't able to get to the chopper. They weren't able to successfully get to the chopper, back then. But now they can get to the chopper. They can get right to the chopper and get out to die. And that's more or less what's going on. The marriage retirement hustle. Yeah. Shout out to Evie Now 23. I'm scanning the chat, see what's going on. Bernard Riley, you're describing this thing called freedom. I just watched Braveheart recently. When you can leave whenever you want and not be hindered by the pesky thing called poverty. Yep. And that is giving women full creative control to do what they want and cheat just as much as men. There was a study that I don't have up right now, there was a study that showed that when women, when they got jobs, and listen to this, because we hear all the time that, you know, it's sort of, it ain't really hard to explain this. I'm just trying to think of the angle that I want to take with this, because it's important that when a lot of women, when they like went back to work after the kids, there was some data that showed that when women went back to work after the kids got a little older, you know, kids were in middle school, they didn't need as much, you know, attention, you know, and the wife went back to work. When she went back to work, adultery rates when women went up for those women who went back to work, because they were in an environment around men. They, you know, they were getting new attention again. These are women in their mid-30s, you know, getting attention again. They out and about more. They out moving around more. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're getting more attention, and they're increasing the probability that they're going to cheat. Black women want to wait till 35 to get a princess wedding and get rich like a ice queen 7 years later. F these O's. Yeah. He came through, he said, boop, bop, bing. So I'm not sold on women's complaints about men and their lack of monogamy, because they're doing it just as much. They have the best PR ever. And I would argue that in a marriage, like, and I've said this before, cheating is typically hard for men unless he's somebody who's really more on the select side of the scale. Or if he's somebody who just got that gift of gab, that just know how to really talk to women and talk their panties off. You know, I remember I did a one-on-one with brother RJ a while back. He was talking about how, and he said, I'm not outing him. I mean, he said, he explained how he married a virgin. He was a virgin. Their marriage fell apart because, you know, 5 years into the marriage, she basically, you know, realized she never had her whole phase. That was the shortest version of why their marriage fell apart. And ultimately she did cheat. And then it came a time when he was like, all right, I'm about to cheat. He couldn't do it. He was trying to do it, couldn't do it. Why couldn't he do it? Because for a man, I'm not talking about the guy who just can show up and just point at a woman and point to his dick and she come running. I'm not talking about that guy. That's who women like to narrow this conversation to. That guy who can get pussy whenever he wants. No, most guys, to get pussy, they got to put in work. It's going to take a lot of phone conversations, a lot of text messages. I'm going to see her a few times without having sex with her. A paper trail out of this world. He talked about how he was walking out the door one day, and after they had an argument, he walking out the door or something, and his phone in his back pocket, like, I don't know if he said he had a backup phone, but I don't know. Yeah, I think he had his phone in his hand and his other little phone that he was trying to get down with. So most men don't got it like that, but the men who got it like that, who can just fast, quick, easy get it in, those men get trumped up there as absolute men. As the totality of men and how men operate. Where I remember I talked to a guy. I remember I talked to a guy who I was explaining to him about this woman that I met that was one of those born again she was a born again virgin that had a tiger tattoo on her back that went all the way down to the crack of her ass. But she was a born again virgin now. She wasn't having sex. She said she hadn't had sex in a year, wasn't having sex until she was married. I went and talked to a couple guys at work, and I was like, "Hey, if a chick told you she looked good, she told you she's not having sex until she's married, would you continue seeing her and dating her?" And one of the guys was like, "I haven't had sex in a year and a half, so what's the difference? Yeah, I'll stay with her and be with her and not have sex with her until we're married." Talk to a few guys, and you'll be shocked how many of them said, "Yeah, if I liked her and she was cool and I found her attractive and easy to deal to get along with, yeah, I'll definitely stay with her during that time. Ain't like I'm getting a lot of ass right now." Like that's most guys. Somebody just put in the chat said 1 in 3 men in America don't have sex. So I mean, I don't know if it's in America. The stats I saw, and I did content on this a long time ago before I was even going live on YouTube. It was 1 in 3. 1 in 3 between the age of 18 and 29 reported not having any sex in the last year. So chew on that for a little while. But men are just these horn dogs that just cheating all the time. But most of them, even while single, well, a third of them, even while single, can't even get no ass. So what they really talking about is the top of the top men that they want, that they're really competing for. That's who they want to be monogamous. I'm about to roll the beautiful bean footage real soon. I just wanted to get a little ramble in about before we even get started with a conversation about male monogamy. It must be pointed out that most men don't have a problem with it because a high percentage of men aren't getting that much ass even when they single. So getting a lot of random ass in a relationship, that ain't the problem for most men. Now the guys who got it like that, they can have it like that because they can get random pussy. They get their random pussy and they live their life and they happy and they fun, and they shouldn't be in a relationship unless they in a relationship with somebody who is cool with that, who accepts that, who wants the same thing that they want. And I was in a de facto relationship with a chick that didn't mind she didn't mind me messing with other chicks. We weren't in a real relationship, but even if we got in one, I'm sure she wouldn't mind. I mean, we messed with each other for like a year and a half. We had a threesome. We that's how she was. She didn't care. Now there was things, I mean, I'm not going to get into that, but that was then. So I understand the concept of being the concept of being with somebody, but then still having other partners. I understand that now. Now I'm in a very, very happy monogamous relationship now. But that's just me. I kind of got tired of chasing hoes. I got tired of it, and the girl that I'm with is I mean, she's awesome, to put it mildly. So, and I'm happy. Like, I'm genuinely happy. I wouldn't be with her if I wasn't happy. Wow, that's really surprising, Bernard. What's surprising? Got on my evil face. I'm waiting to hear what you say. What's surprising? The sum in Bernard's threesome was there is no such thing. It's not a threesome if it's two dudes. That's a gangbang. Don't even call it a threesome. And no. No. Fuck no. I don't even call that a threesome. If it's more dudes than women, if the men outnumber the women, it's a gangbang. Don't call it a threesome. Fuck that. I can't do that shit. I just can't just be just naked with a hard on and another man in the room also naked with a hard on. I don't care if Beyonce is in the middle of that bed. Like, we about to play paper, scissors, rock to see who go first. Okay, I won. You get the fuck out. I don't do that. That ain't my thing. That is not my thing. Get out of there, Zero. Right. No sausage parties. No. Two dudes and one woman. That's a shuttle train. Bernard is the fourth. Is the fourth for the train? I don't even get that. I agree, January, man. I agree. It's no. No. Any dude talking about he was participated in a threesome. I'm like, you say you participated in a threesome, but it was two dudes and one woman. I'm like, no. Nah, I can't. I ain't going. I ain't going. I ain't doing it. I ain't participating in it. I'm good. We can play paper, scissors, rock. Best out of 7 paper, scissors, rock tournament. Whoever win, that's who win. You can have it. I don't think I would ever go last. I think I can just walk. I can just get the fuck out. No, I'm not running in 3rd, 4th, and 5th on a chick. No. I ain't got to have it like that. Let me roll this beautiful bean footage. I've rambled enough. I've rambled enough. Keep talking about I'm going in 4th. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to be respectful and not ask you about your threesome history and how many dudes was involved. I'm not trying to go there. Bernard make demands in the bedroom based on the fact that he bought the mattress. Goddamn right. I paid for that air mattress, goddamn it. Mm-hmm. You know something. You know something about that 4th dude that come in the room when you thought you was done, and then a 4th dude showed up, and you was, you know a little something about that, don't you? It's like they just kept coming. They just you thought it was only 2, then just like a revolving door just came. They were just walking out, just tagging the next dude on the way out, huh? You know something about that, I guess. I got you, Black Wolf. I got you. Let's see what you're saying, and I got you. I'm sorry, I seen my confused face. Hold on. Trying to find the clip. Trying to find the beautiful bean footage. I don't know what the hell that is on his head. I have no idea what that is. All right. All right, we about to get into the video that prompted this discussion today. talking about monogamy because this guy went viral. This guy went viral. Him and his wife, I think him and his wife got some kind of little podcast or something going on where they do something where they sit there, talk to each other live on the air about their marriage, which is weird, but that's what they do, I think. And they had a discussion, and some of y'all may have seen it. Some of you haven't, but I'm about to play it, and we gonna roll with it. And I'm fumbling with my buttons. And I gotta get my earpiece. There we go. That's the last thing I need.
I am not allowed, based on our marriage laws and the contract we signed with each other,
Right.
to have sex with anybody else.
Right.
So these urges that come, I have to share them with the one person I decide to spend the rest of my life with.
Right.
So that brings me back to my soundbite.
Okay.
Right. I don't understand, and this is what we can discuss as a woman, because I don't want to say it's a man versus woman thing, but a lot of women do complain, oh, my husband's always on me. Why is he always on me? If sex is going to be a chore for you that you don't really want to do, why do women constantly push monogamy on men? If you know that you don't want to have to deal with him all the time just wanting you, why do you push monogamy on men?
Well,
all right. Right there, he was in pocket. I think that was a fair question. Shout out to the Mac the Trucker. He said, I saw this short video. Dude is a Super Saiyan simp. I didn't gather all of that, but it is some. I mean, it's. I don't know that much about the dude to just go all the way there with it. I mean, he's married and his wife ain't fucking him. Do that make him a simp? I don't know. But there's that. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you coming through. I think that was the first super chat of the day. So salute and shout out to the Macro Trucker. There go Melody right there. Everybody was just asking where you been. I predicted you got flued out. She said, I've been with my aunt a lot this week. Nah, you got flued out. You got flued out by somebody. Don't front. Don't front. You was enjoying yourself. You had to unplug from this black YouTube matrix for a little bit. Had to spend time with your new flued out catch a flight boo. Your catch a flight boo. You know that was the prediction. That was the prediction. I thought we weren't gonna see you for a week, but welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Right now, thus far in this conversation, homeboy asked what I assess to be a valid question. Because thank you for the super chat, Melody, and like the stream. I have no idea where the likes at because I don't even got the YouTube up, which means I haven't even liked my own shit. So let me shut. There we go. Let me go and like my own goddamn video. We got 200 people watching, only got 66 likes. Come on, we can do better than that. We can do better than that. Let's go. Let's get the likes up, good people. Let's get the likes up, good people. All right. Here we go. The valid question that he put on the table is that why would a woman, want to be with a man, want to be married to a man, expect this man to be monogamous to her, but she does not want to deliver on her end of that bargain? That's a fair question. And I've said it before and I've said it again, that with a lot of women, when they get the husband, the house, the kids, the picket fence, the dog. They got the whole. They got everything. They relationship goals bucket list is complete. With a lot of women, when they get that, their desire or passion to have sex sort of just dissipates, fades away, just sort of just sails away. You know, they'll have sex when they really want it, once a week, twice a week. I mean, not once, once every 2 weeks, a couple times a month. When they really want it. But as far as the actual duty of sexually satisfying your husband, that's gone. A lot of them do that. And then that put the man in that situation where he's supposed to be faithful, he's supposed to be monogamous, but she don't want to deliver on her end of the bargain. Her end of the bargain is having sex with him. That's just the reality of the situation. In a marriage, you're going to do all kind of shit you don't want to do. All kind of shit you don't want to do. The amount of hours I might have to work. It was time, like I said before, it was times when I worked 7 days a week when I was married. I had to do it. Okay. So if she don't want to have sex with him, but she want him to be monogamous. Now, I'm not just saying, all right, you ain't fucking me, I'm gonna go fuck somebody else. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying it's a fair question to put on the table for women. If it is the case that they do want a man to be monogamous, yeah, they just can't just turn off the faucet at any given moment. Now, she's going to try to explain why she turned the faucet off. And I'm going to explain why I think that is bullshit. Shout out to Complex Design in the building. Turn off the faucet. I just thought about that. 224 people in the building, 81 on the likes. Y'all hit that like button. Let's get the likes up. See, somebody in the chat. Okay, this is what I don't like. Okay. He says women don't desire sex with a beta male husband. One, so what? Because chances are, them to use Alan Roger Curry's terms, chances are he's not a complete and total beta. Because a complete and total beta, he's physically a beta, and he's in most cases financially a beta. If he got his money right, that means he's a beta male with alpha traits, which means he's physically a beta to women, but he's an alpha in terms of he can go out there, get his money, and get it. I've seen guys, the sales manager at my job, when I used to sell cars. Hell, the sales manager and the general manager. The general manager was short, bald, and kind of funny looking. The sales manager, he was like 6'4", but he was a big, fat, sloppy son of a bitch. But both of them was hard working go-getters who made good money. So they may have been, beta males with alpha traits. So when you talk about a woman not desiring sex with a beta male husband, it's like, so what? You married him because of what he's good at. You got to deliver on something. So I don't care about your desire. Fuck your desire. You need to deliver. He's delivering. Did he stop making money? Did he become a total beta and not earn an income? No, he's still making money. Okay, you still should be having sex with him. Now, where the fuckery comes in with that statement is a woman could start off very sexually attracted to a guy. She could start off enjoying sex with a guy. She still could turn the faucet off. It happens. Like, so we not gonna. It's like a low-key cape for women when we get to the point to where we start beating our chest. Well, if you alpha, you don't gotta worry about that. I mean, to some degree, that's true. But when we talking about the longevity of a marriage, a lot of that chest beating alpha shit can go out the window. Why? She got you. You're married. Her relationship goals bucket list is complete. She can shut it down. And if she shut it down and she willing to suffer whatever consequences at the end of the day, you know, she could possibly walk away, get a divorce, and be happy. She could stay with you because you might not want to go through the process of getting a divorce, and then she could just stay with you and sit up in that house and not have sex with you and be happy. You know, so it's a woman could like, let's not pretend like a woman can't switch up on a sexual alpha. She can, if it's a marriage. Now, if it's just a relationship or a hookup situation, then no, she can't switch up, because second she switch up, then the alpha is gone. But when we're talking about a relationship of great consequence, nah, that yo alpha your way through it shit can get jeopardized. She can still withhold sex. And then you could potentially end up like this dude, or you can just go out and go and resume fucking other people. Like, that'll end up the situation. But her desire, fuck her desire. That's how I feel about that.
Who's to say I pushed anything on anybody? Like,
Well, we
if
know
two
that you.
peop-
Why do you push monogamy on that?
Well, who's to say I pushed anything on anybody? Like,
Well, we
if
know
two
that you pushed
people-
monogamy on me.
I pushed monogamy. I forced you to get married to me.
Time out.
That's where he start. What the fuck is that on his head? Okay, this is where he starts sounding weak. Well, I know you forced monogamy on me, and she's right saying I didn't force you to get married to me. Like, I mean, she got a fair point. It's like, you can't go complaining to a woman saying you forced monogamy on me. I mean, if you married her and y'all didn't lay out the terms and conditions of it, it was just assumed that y'all would get married and that y'all would be faithful to each other. Then to turn around after the fact and say you're forcing monogamy on me, that's wrong. But talking to her about not upholding her duties, that's right.
I didn't say you forced me to get married, but did you not say to me that you wanted to be engaged and you wanted to be married before you lived with me? You didn't say that?
I want $1 billion. That don't mean I'm gonna get it. I
But-
can want
but I'm
something,
asking,
but not.
You right now, you dodging the question.
Nobody pressed you to do it. Yes, is that something I wanted? Yes, it was. But
You didn't press me. Are you gonna lie now
So
to
you're
the
gonna
people
say-
because we talking about sex?
DeVal,
You're gonna
DeVal.
lie now to the people?
DeVal, knowing
Kadeen,
as
you didn't want
strong-
monogamy?
Of course I did.
So then why are you avoiding the question?
That's not avoiding the question. I'm saying, does that mean because I wanted and I requested that you were going to deliver it? Like, nobody pressed you for that.
Time out. You just said you wanted it and requested it. Do you not hear yourself?
I can make a request. Is the request going to be granted?
Am I
That's
not?
up to
am
you,
I?
bro.
Am I not granting you monogamy?
You are granting it to
So
me.
this is my question.
Look
This is
at
my
you
question.
always. Look at your boy. Look at your boy.
This is my question. If you wanted monogamy,
Okay.
why would you want monogamy if sex is a chore for you? That's the question. You're avoiding.
That's the fair part of his argument. That is the fair part of his argument.
The
I'm
question.
not avoiding the question, but at first you said women or in general me specifically are pushing monogamy on somebody. Okay, yes, that's something that I wanted, but I didn't press you for it and be like.
And this, she's pulling the womanese tactic of avoiding the strong part of his question. I'm just going to focus on the weaker part of it. She's doing that tactic. She's tactical. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. She's very tactical in what she's doing. Because he put a good point on the table, then he made a weaker point about monogamy being forced on him. I'm not with that. Can't no woman force nothing on you. You know, that do sound like some very, weak beta shit right there, if we're going to use those terms, saying you forced it on me. Like, no, can't nobody force nothing on you. All right, you're a grown ass man. You're making decisions. The good part of his quest statement is the part that she just keeps ignoring. She deliberately ignoring it.
Like, DeVal, my whole gun to your head to propose to me.
Time out.
Also, let me finish. Also, I don't feel like I was adequately prepared for marriage. And I've said that before, because if I knew that marriage and monogamy was going to involve me trying to meet you where you were at sexually for years to come, then I probably would have reevaluated it if I wanted to be monogamous anyway.
So that's fair.
Did y'all hear how stupid that part was? If I would have known that marriage and monogamy would have meant meeting you where you were at sexually for years to come, I probably would not have wanted to get married. So, like, were they like supposed to be monogamous on a short-term contract? Like, she knew that she expected monogamy. I mean, it was understood, a written or unwritten rule, that the two of them was going to get married and stay faithful for the rest of their marriage. That was understood. That was clearly understood. So why would she sit here and even try to sell to him that, oh, I didn't know that I was going to be meeting demands 10 years later. I didn't know that I had to deliver on being a wife 15 years later. I just wanted the wedding and the bells and the whistles and to be able to flash my ring and say I was married now, and I got to be a wife 10 years later. What the fuck? Like, that's basically what she's saying. She's shocked. You mean to tell me I got to be a wife 10 years down the road? Oh my goodness. Every guy an alpha male until he got to step in the courtroom for spousal and child support. Let's stop assuming betas are only getting married. Facts. Very true. Very true. Very true. Thank you for the super chat. Archie Lucky 7. Archie Lucky 7. Prime example of wanting a wedding and not a marriage. Good point, Sister George. Good point. Were you looking in the mirror when you said that? All right. Even now 23, she says she's checked out. She doesn't desire him anymore. All right. That's true. That's true. And the thing is, when you look at him, not to be judging another man's looks, he ain't a bad looking dude. He don't look like he got sloppy and out of shape. Hell, he looked younger than her. I'm assuming they're the same age, but he the one still look, he looked more younger and youthful. So, I mean, it's not like she just, and it's not like he just fell off, So that's an example right there of what we was talking about, that, I mean, yeah, maybe he got some beta mentality, since we're using those words. But at the end of the day, he doesn't look like he physically is in the toilet somewhere. He looks like a nice looking guy. Dating music. No, just one. She said, I love sex, but it's not as important as the other qualities in a relationship. Sex, sandwich, submission is the key to a great marriage. Shout out to Game Changer. I wish I had some dating music to play when that was going on. Yep. No, I'm with you on that. His attitude is what's undesirable. I understand that. He's coming off as weak. The way that he's going about it is just it's not. It's really not hitting. It's not. Something ain't right about that. Something ain't right about that. You got to be stronger in your overall approach and how you're doing what you're doing and how you're going about it. I mean, y'all married, you in it, you in the eye of the storm. She ain't fucking you. The way to go about it is she's forcing monogamy. You force monogamy on me. Like, you can't do that. You can't come off that weak live on the goddamn internet, mind you. He said, I believe this chick is looking for a better deal that doesn't exist. Fair points there. Did I just see? Yeah, there we go. I knew I saw Ramil in there. What up, salute? Shout out to Ramil Amir. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Oh shit. All right, you about to roll some more of that beautiful bean footage. All right. Where we at? Where we at?
Yeah, but we're not even talking about marriage. Let's even talk about dating, right?
Okay.
Two people are dating. Typically in society, who asks for exclusivity first, a woman or a man?
I would say a woman.
Thank you. That was my whole point. See, you were going all over the place. If women typically ask for exclusivity first, then when they get exclusivity, say he always on me, he always want to have sex. Why are we asking men for exclusivity if we do not want to participate in sex at the same level as men? We have to think about what that does to a
I hear
man,
that.
and I don't think that that's being that conversation is being had.
Okay, I agree. And that
Again, that's one of his strong points in this discussion. That you force monogamy on me, scrub that from the record. He's making good points. He's making very good points. If women who cheat just as much as men are the main ones demanding monogamy, they get it, and then they don't want to deliver. You can't get around that one. She about to try to get around it, but you can't get around that one.
part I agree with. Yes, that women are typically the ones that will ask for the exclusivity. I get that. Yes,
But shout, shout out to the breakdown. That's their whole show. Oh, I agree. Everything that you men are saying is absolutely 100% right. But. throw in a million butts afterwards. That's exactly what they do. That's their whole damn channel. Oh, I agree. That's a good point. I 100% agree. But this, that, and the other thing, and this is why here are the root causes. That's exactly what the hell they do. Ash L almost missed it. Almost got away from me. He said he was second choice. That why she's not on him. I think she was on him at first. I mean, I think a woman always is thinking of what she can get better, what she could do better. It's a rare woman that's truly humble and understands exactly where she's at and what she should be getting. That's rare. But I don't look at them and just see, I don't know. It's something that's going to be said later that's going to imply that she may be. I don't know nothing about these two people, but she did mention her career and whatnot. So if she's the more industrious or the one that's making the most money, then there's a possibility that she feels like she's supposed to be with somebody who's more successful, and that could be the root cause of why she ain't feeling him. But that's a whole nother story. But I don't know if it's just a second choice thing. I think women can get with their first choice and then the faucet just dries out. I think that just happens. That's a factor in the equation. And I think, again, it's a fair point. If your faucet dry out, I want sex 4 or 5 times a week. You only trying to deliver once a week or once every 2 weeks. What are we going to do about this? Me walking around with blue balls and in a marriage is not acceptable. Me jacking off to porn, 5 days a week in a marriage is not acceptable. What we going to do about this? So that's why he's putting a good question on the table that, okay, if we're going to be married, if we're going to do this family thing, if we're going to do this, I need sex. You're not delivering on the sex. So what do we do? Do you just get everything that you want? You get everything that you want and get to take off the table all the duties that you don't want to perform. And I just accept it and bend and yield to your needs? Or do we need to renegotiate this contract? Like that's the fair logical conclusion that it should go to. It needs to be a negotiation of a contract in the event that she can't perform on those duties. And she's about to get into why she allegedly can't perform on said duties. I know y'all would. Y'all would make it real short. But the reason y'all would kill on this because y'all don't give a fuck about marriage or family. So it would just turn into fuck these hoes. That's why you pump and dump. Done. Like, so it's a real short conversation. I bring you and Ramil up. I know where it's going. But I'm gonna drop the link, y'all. Y'all more than free to come up and drop them bombs. Just give me a minute. Let me just get through the stream. But no, this is an easy answer for somebody who like, fuck a family, fuck making a marriage work, fuck making a relationship work. This is a real short and quick conversation. Don't get married. So I get it. Trust me, I get it.
I'm saying is, me as a woman, I don't think that I was necessarily prepared or in the mindset to know that. It's almost like once you get into it, then you're like, oh shoot, like this is what I'm going to have to keep up with.
I get that.
Us speaking as 36-year-old people know that now. Had I known that at 26,
I get that.
I would have to contend with that. Even in the dating realm, then it might have been something I would have reevaluated.
So now let's go back to what you asked me. You said to me, you never pressured me to get married. In 2007, we were living together, right? You said you no longer wanted to live with me and shack up with me because you wanted to be my wife, not my girlfriend.
Right, because I wanted to know where
that
the relationship was going.
That don't sound like pressure to you?
It sounds like me voicing where I see my life going. It sounds like me saying, this is what I would like. You can decide to meet me there. If not, we can reevaluate what exactly we're doing.
Okay. Additionally,
would I call it pressure per se? Not necessarily pressure. It
is pressure. But you don't want to say it's pressure. What about being engaged?
You might have felt pressure.
What about being engaged?
Pressure behind it.
I said, we don't got to rush to get married. You said, I don't want to be engaged longer than a year. Is that not pressure?
That's me voicing my opinion about it.
Sounds like pressure to me. So you say you want to be engaged. I get engaged. You say you want to be married within a year. We do that. We get married. Then you make it seem like sex is a chore to your husband. Once again, I ask the question, why do women who push forth monogamy on the man they're dating then get overwhelmed when that man who tries to provide that monogamy to you? Why do you get upset when we're trying to be what you want us to be? You don't want me to be with no one else, right? Right? I'm asking. This is a serious question.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't want me to be with no one else.
Absolutely.
So if I decide that all this testosterone I have, I want to give to you, why is this so overwhelming now? This is what you asked for.
Again, 26 and 27-year-old Kadeen was like, okay, here.
And by the way, again, that's the good point. I think this is the part that I was waiting on. I think the part that I was waiting on is about to come right now. But again, just want to reiterate, that's a strong point. The whining about the forced monogamy, no, you need to know who you are and what you want and go for what you want and get with a woman that's willing to do what you want. That's the part where he's on some weak, you can call him a beta, call him whatever. That's the part where he's on some weak shit. But that part right there, now that we in it, now that we here, this is what you wanted. You ain't delivering. I got all this testosterone and sex to give. You said you want monogamy. You want it all given to you. I'm giving it to you. You don't want it. Valid complaint. And here's her fuckery response.
Again, 26 and 27-year-old Kadeen was like, okay, here's the natural succession of life. You graduate, you're working, you meet somebody, you guys are dating, you want children.
Yes.
I want children.
Yes.
We don't want to wait too long or too late to have children.
Yes.
Though now a lot of people are waiting until their 30s to have children.
And I understand why.
And we at that time felt like, well, we're doing everything in this natural succession that the forces that be have given us this timeline. However, I did not realize that after having children, after, career changes, all of the turbulences that we've been through in life, that was going to have a direct effect on my sex drive.
And there it is, more or less. Okay. Oh wait, that's them. All right, so like I was saying, people was talking about he wouldn't the first choice, beta this, beta that, blah blah blah. No, they look two physically comparable people. I mean, she ain't just with some dude that she ain't attracted to. So it's other shit going on, and she just tried to half-ass explain that. I'd never seen this part of it, so I didn't even know what they look like outside of sitting there. But all right, cool. That was a seeing an image of them makes some difference. Shit. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of the screen share because I didn't want to see their asses. But it was cool to see them. There they go. Got rid of their ass. All right. About to respond to the shit she just said right there because that was the true bullshit of it. The part that need to get explained the most, in my opinion. Ambush 850 says black women with high body counts will always be harder to satisfy. You don't need the good stuff in the beginning of your sexual journey. Black women with high body count will always be satisfying. You don't need the good stuff. And I don't know what you mean by you don't need the good stuff in the beginning of your sexual journey. I do think it may be a correlation. You see, I don't know if that's true. That a woman with a shit, David Johnson. I know you sent a super chat. I'm trying to find it. There we go. I don't know if that's true. If women with lower body counts, I mean, I've heard that argument that women with lower body counts are easier to please because if they haven't had a whole bunch of dicks, they don't necessarily know what they missing. But I don't know. I tend to believe a woman knows if an itch is not being scratched, even if that itch has never been scratched. So I think she can get displeased with sex if the sex is not good. So I think the guys who say get a woman with a low body count, then she'll more likely stay happy, be happy having sex with you. Like no. That it come down to somebody who you're sexually compatible with, regardless of body counts. Now, a lower body count is preferred. Don't get it twisted. But somebody who's sexually compatible with you. I mean, if you've had sex with a wide enough range of women, you know that you can't make everybody happy. It's going to be some women that you're going to be just right for. Some women you might be too big for. Some women you might be too small for. It's going to be a range. It's going to be a range. You won't have 100% happy customer rate, but there's a such thing as sexual compatibility where your junk, it matches a perfect match with her junk, and y'all have a perfect, sexual chemistry. That's more so what it's about, to me, from what I think, because that's where it's at. So just drawing the line on body count, the body count discussion matters, but for a different reason, not just being able to sexually satisfy her. A woman could have an extremely high body count. You can still sexually satisfy her. One, if you're good at sex and or y'all are sexually compatible, but you could be good at sex, but this particular woman, she probably like them bigger. She probably like them smaller. She probably like them average. She probably like this. She probably like that. Y'all probably not into the same shit. It's a number of factors other than just how many dicks have she sat on. I mean, we do put an overemphasis on that, but it matters, but for a different reason than being able to sexually satisfy her. At least that's my opinion, because I've, Anyway, they purposely push monogamy to limit a man having options. That way, the insecure bish gets first rights of refusal so she can manipulate a man while she keeps her options open. It's manipulation. Well said, David Johnson. All right, here we go. The shit that she said at the end, how, and this is what I talk about when I say their relationship goes bucket list is complete. She talked about how, after getting married, after, she said something about a degree. She said something about, I don't know if she said something about a degree. She said something about a career, definitely. She said something about a career after having kids and body going through changes and career changes and all of this stuff, it changed my sex drive. Okay. At the end of the day, if we're talking about y'all married and trying to stay married, I don't care if your sex drive has lowered. None of that should matter. If you got to just grab some damn lube and bend over for 5 minutes, I'm just assuming the brother just got 5 minutes in him. That's wrong. But just grab some lube and bend over for 5 minutes. If you got to do that 4 times a week just to meet an obligation of marriage, and that way you could stay happily married and your family could stay together happy in that big ass house y'all was posing in front of, if that's all it take, lube and bend over for 5 minutes. Like that's seriously what they talking about. That's the end all be all solution. That's the simple solution to that problem. Deliver on your duty. You with a guy who looked like he would do okay out on the open market, but clearly he ain't trying to get out in that market. All you got to do is grab some lube and bend over for 5 minutes to keep your happy family together. And she's sitting there fighting against that. Like that is just habitually just stupid. Stupid. That's like if I was happy in a relationship and the only thing I had to do is something I didn't necessarily enjoy doing. Four or 5 times a week, I had to do something I didn't enjoy doing for 5 to 10 minutes per day. That's it. If that's all we talking about. Like the entitlement, the imbalance of where they view themselves versus where they view men, it's just ridiculous that it don't even occur to them that, oh shit, I'm married. Oh shit, I got a man who committed to me. Oh shit, I got a family. I have to do this one thing. This one thing to just keep it together. Deliver sexually. 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. Hey, most dudes, even if you good at sex, you know if you get in your favorite position for 5 minutes and then just it's over. What the hell? The fuck is y'all talking about? All right. Enemy Nation says monogamy is conventional wisdom, just like a nuclear family and heterosexuality. I don't know what you mean by conventional wisdom. I think it's a social construct. Human beings were not doing monogamy until we got civilized. And so there's no greater evidence of it being a social construct, the mere fact that it wasn't happening until some realm of civilization started happening. 10, 15 minutes bust, then throw it right back in. Last another 25, 40 minutes before you bust again. That's my trick. Don't stop for the refractory period. That's the rest button. Yeah, but if she's looking at sex as an outright chore, 10 years into the marriage, she ain't trying to get beat up for what you just put on the table a whole damn hour. All right. She ain't trying to get it blew out for an hour. All right. That's why I said 5 minutes. 5 goddamn minutes of her just doing a duty. Nobody care about your damn sex drive. You trying to keep your family together or not? Get some lube, bend over for 5 minutes. That's real simple. Puss elasticity puss elasticity equals stretchiness of the cuchilla after years of ran throughness. Are those scientific terms? Okay, let me go ahead and out myself on something. I had sex with a woman. Oh, can you quit telling all my nasty stories? I had sex with a woman who had a bunch of kids. five kids. Okay, so she had that many kids, and it was after we've had sex. She told me she didn't say she'd been around the block. She was like 38. She was like 38. I was like 31, 32. She didn't say she had been around the block a few times. She said she'd been around blocks. I was like, oh shit. I strapped up. I wore a condom. Don't worry. Here's the thing. Her shit was tight. I think so. I don't know. I think some women I think it just varies. I'm not sure. I don't know if it get blew out like what dudes is saying. Then there's the factor of if she was in a long-term relationship with one dude who was just piping it down real good, wouldn't that be equally blew out from as a chick that was out there just getting new weekend dick? Somebody said, nah, she probably got a doctor to tighten it. Nah, she's broke. She was broke. She ain't had money to get nothing tightened up. The link in the chat, though. Y'all can hop up on board. Oh, shit. Fantastic in the building. Niggas know nothing about anatomy. Vaginas are like penises. They all come in different sizes. Yeah. That's what I be trying to explain to dudes that be talking about body count. They be talking about they like I don't know who it was. I think it might have been MGTOW Dictionary who was on here. I don't know if that was BPJ or MGTOW Dictionary who was on here, and he was like, hey, whenever a woman gets a guy that got a big dick, and once she gets that, she just gets addicted. She can't even go back. She can never even go back to anything regular. So you're just wasting your time. I'm like, dude, most chicks can't even handle no big ass porn star dick. Like, no, like that's it's like it's different strokes for different folks when it comes to sex. Different, pun intended, different strokes for different folks, literally. So some dudes be tripping about that. Like, I mean, so that's where I'm at with that. We got, hold on, let me blow him up. We got Fantastic in the building. What's going on?
Oh, what up, man?
What up? Go ahead and what was you saying in the chat? You was like, niggas know nothing about anatomy, different pieces.
Yeah, man, niggas don't know niggas don't know about no pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And niggas act like they know about pussy, but don't know about no pussy, man. You know what I'm saying? Just it is what it is. But nah, seriously, yeah, man. Vaginas, bro, are like, you know what I mean? They come in different sizes, like as far as like depths, like how how deep a vagina is, how wide it is, how tight it is, all these things, like how wet the shit get, all this. Again, I'm a assologist and I'm a pussologist. All right, so again, like I said, I study this shit. You can blame it on me being a Scorpio, but you know what I'm saying, I knows my way around the pussy. All right, we'll just say that. I ain't gonna talk about no motherfucking rods. Every nigga should be an expert of his own rod. I'm just talking about the pussy. All right, so anyway,
you said man. Pussy like plies. I'm talking about the pussy.
I'm trying not to get you. The pussy. Trying not, I want to get flagged or whatnot. The pussy. The pussy. But listen, man, and this is the thing, and this is what motherfuckers don't understand, right? So once you run into a chick that's even got like a huge, like wide and very deep fucking vagina, nigga, you literally like those are the chicks that be like those fisting videos and shit like that. Like, bruh. If a bitch can take pretty much like, bro, 4 of your fingers, bro, you're not. I don't give a damn what size your member is, bro. You're not doing that with that bitch. All right, if you can put your whole fist in that bitch, bro. What are you doing, man? Okay, it's like, niggas talk, oh man, nigga, I'm this and that. Hey man, that's your business. Whatever your size and your shit and all this, whatever. Hey, that's your thing. But I can tell you this, man. You run across that bitch that's got the motherfucking Pacific Ocean in that motherfucker. You're not doing nothing, bro. Just not. I mean, that's the worst. That's a curse. That's actually a curse for a woman. Most people don't even understand. For a bitch to have like a wide ass pussy, because a lot of them, those chicks usually be into backdoor action a lot, because that's the only way they can really get off. Because nigga, no matter what you're working with, she just not feeling nothing. She got, you know what I'm saying? She got cursed, man. She can blame her great grandma, whoever it was, but she got that motherfucking hallway. And the aircraft carrier is I don't know if a lot of people ever seen an aircraft carrier, right? But everybody knows the aircraft carrier is big as shit. Like, however many fucking, tons of solid steel, and just look up the fucking dimensions. But you know what the fucking aircraft carrier is in the ocean, nigga? Nothing. Nothing at all. So even for you niggas that think, what I'm saying, whatever you may have, you know what I'm saying, your shit, nigga, you run into that bitch with that motherfucking ocean, nigga, like, for real, hey man, that's a bad day, bro. It's a bad day. And then, like, it's the same thing. It's just as bad when you run into a chick that just can't, she's too narrow, her canal's too narrow or too shallow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is stop. You know, you can't even, you know what I'm saying? She can't take nothing at all, because that's just how she's built anatomically.
I'm glad you said that, because I've been trying. It varies with women. Like, it's like, put it like this: you ain't had sex with enough women unless you're just real small. And I mean, I'm not talking. We can look up that the average is around 6 inches. That's like average. So let's just put that on the table. It's actually slightly under 6 inches, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just say 6. All right. So I'm just saying, if you a dude and you ain't never had you just ain't had sex with enough women, if you ain't never had a chick push back and like, wait, no, hold on, like
exactly,
you came in too hot, you went too deep too fast.
And Bernard, like I said, bro, depending on what's name, bro, most of them have like a general death. All this stuff can be Google, man. So like I said, for you brothers out there that may not be, gifted in that area, you know what I'm saying, just do some research, man. And like you said, I mean, look, you always went into a Asian guy. All right, you always will be the Asian man. There's a reason why Asian men are like the least desired men of all. They do studies on this shit, man. And like you said, man, like, bro, like that's what I'm saying, bro.
Put it like this: it's a study that I wanted to see. I refuse to do a show on this, but I'll just vaguely touch on it, because to do a show on it, I would be doing a show about dick size, and I want to do a show
exactly. Yeah,
about
you can't
dick
do that.
size.
Yeah,
I get in trouble.
No. Especially not now.
I can't. No. Hell no. But I'll vaguely touch on it, and we'll move on. It's a study where they didn't. Okay, if they ask women what size you prefer, they may just throw out anything: 8 inches, 9 inches, 7 inches, whatever. But if you ask those same women to draw a 10-inch line, they don't know what 10 inches look like. They don't know what 9 inches look like. They don't know what 8 inches look like. So women they know, like, they know a nice dick when they see one, but they can't eyeball inches like a man. Like, we measure shit. I was just working on the house yesterday. We
like niggas do that shit, because Bernard, you say you what, 6'2", 6'3"? How tall are you? 6'1". So yes, I'm saying, so bro, niggas do that with height. Men don't even understand. It's not just, you know what I'm saying, it's not just dick size. Like, men are like mathematical and logical by nature. So like me, when I walk up to a dude, right, and like I said, if I see somebody that's like taller than me, bro, anybody that's over fucking shit, I'll say anybody over 6'5", bro, I could pretty much eyeball their height. Like, yeah, I can tell you nigga that's like 6'7". I can tell you niggas that's 6'11". Like, once you hit like over 6'11", nigga, you just 7 feet taller than me. But for the most part, anybody over me, I can pretty much, I notice them. I'm like, damn, that nigga's tall. Like, for real, nigga. Once you over 6'5", once you over 6'5", nigga, you are tall. Regardless, you like less than 1% of the population of the world.
But the study where they actually got women right, they had like some little 3D printers, and they printed off some dick-shaped objects, like 42 of them, had them sitting on the table, had women come in there one by one, pick them up, hold them, play with them, and pick which size would they prefer their boyfriend to have. The average woman came out of there with like one that was like 6.5 inches. That's what the average was. So I'm saying that to say that dudes who be talking about size, most women don't want no big ass porn star dick. It's a range in the middle where most women fall. Now they can take a little bigger, but when they get one that's a little big, once they get in that 8-inch territory, women they getting blew out the frame. A lot of them. Now it's a percentage of them that's called size queens that like that shit.
And you know what, Bernard, though, usually the size queens are the bitches with that wide ass, not no WAP, that wide ass pussy. That's who it is. Usually.
yeah.
a bitch that's asking for the motherfucker, the $5 foot long and all this shit. Hey, the porn star shit, the action, the motherfucking Wesley pipes. The bitches asking for that. That's the bitches that require that, bro. Because like you said, bro, I can tell you this, man. Listen, a bitch, if you know what you're doing, a bitch can't take. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta. I'm telling you, bro. That like I'm saying, you deal with enough females, bro. And like I said, nigga, if you ain't never had a hand in your chest, I feel sorry for you, brother. I'm sorry, I really, really. But again, if you get a hand in your chest every time, bro, you in there like swimwear. All right, and like I said, above average. We'll just say that we ain't gonna get into many motherfucking details, but look at what average is.
Get out of
well,
there.
yeah, we ain't gonna get into that. But yeah, man, like I said, bro, as long as you getting the hand in your chest, man, you good, bro. You good. But like I said, if you know you, and especially like I said, if you know you all right, and that bitch ain't doing nothing, bro. She just got that WAP, that wide, bro. She got that what you call that shit? The bitch get the shoes, right? She got that E. Mm-hmm. She got that E on her shit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, yeah. The last thing I'm gonna say in that study, just dudes should be able to sleep at night a little better. That in that study, when the women was walking in there picking up objects and the dick-shaped objects and had to pick which one that they would prefer their boyfriend to have, it was close. What they picked, it was like 6.3 inches. It was close to the average of like 5.8 or something. It was just a little bit above average. So that men should just sleep at night with that information right there. And quit obsessing about your size. If you just ain't had sex with enough women, you'll find one that's a perfect compatible match to you, where her depth lines up with your length. There it is. Anyway, Zero said PhD in badge science. New in the building says giving a whale a tic tac. I remember when Roseanne, when she her and Tom Arnold got a divorce. She had said his junk was small. He said even a 747 looked small inside the Grand Canyon. He got her ass with that one. Male Enlightenment TV says, just paying respect. I wanted to let you know. Check your email. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. We got. I already know what the email is about. We're gonna get it in. Definitely. Oh shit. Hold on. I hope I didn't miss no. I think I missed some people. We about to pass the mic to David Johnson. I think I missed some people who came through with the super chat. Give me a second. Counselor Murray in the building. Salute and shout out to Counselor Murray. Y'all go check out my stream yesterday. They had a good one with Counselor Murray. Tie City Garage in the building. He said they're all capable of having a whole baby come out through them tight pussies. Stop it. Right. All right. And I think that covers everybody. Shout out to Tie City as well. All right. We got David Johnson. I got your email too, man. We got to figure out what we gonna get it in about. But yeah, I got your email. So when we figure it out, we gonna get it in too. But go ahead, David Johnson. You got the floor. You got the mic.
Factuals. Salute. No, wait, hold on. Goddamn, I got a call. Hold on one second, fellas. My bad. What up, Fanto? Hold on one second.
All right, that's cool. I bring Joe up in here.
Hold on, man. Hey, Bernard, we got some motherfucking blasphemy and we ain't finna have this shit right now.
What's going on?
Nigga, this is not no dick stream, nigga. This is strictly about pussy. Again, I'm a pussologist, all right, and an assologist. All right.
Yeah.
We is of course, if you're talking about the female anatomy, the male anatomy is gonna come up. So for the record, nigga, for everybody on this motherfucking panel, this is about pussy. Not no motherfucking penis.
I only had to
look at your chat. Yeah, exactly, Bernard. These niggas trying to get out of hand now. We gotta set this shit for the record straight, nigga. Hell no, sir.
Let me set it straight. I only started talking about
I was gonna suggest that.
Because niggas, dudes was in there talking about women being blown out, or somebody said if a woman had too many bodies, she hard to sexually satisfy. I'm like, whenever a guy is talking like that, I feel like he's speaking to his insecurity about his penis size.
Exactly.
So that's why I was just trying to talk them down from the ledge and saying, no, there's a bell curve with women. Some like them ridiculously big, some like them average, some like them smaller. You just got to have sex with enough women till you find your match, and then you're good. So I was just
And
trying
you
to
know,
talk.
and nigga, it's a sad truth you gotta have with yourself after that fact. Again, bro, if you're not making a bitch do certain things, and if you're not constantly getting a hand in your chest, well, then you should be worried. All right, you might need to go holler at somebody and set up some surgery or other methods. All right, but as long as you getting that motherfucker in that real, she can't, bro. She can't fake that hand on her chest, bro. I'm telling you, she can't, and you know it because you feel it because what you hitting the bottom of that motherfucker. All right. So you hitting the bottom of that motherfucker, and she motherfucking put that motherfucking hand in your chest, bro. You good. If you're not, if you ain't never experienced the bottom, now I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, you haven't had sex with enough women if you ain't never had that woman who pushed you back like it was too much, and then you have sex with another woman, and then she just hopping on your shit like she needed 5 more inches. Like, damn, like you just like it's going to happen. It's a range. It's different strokes for different folks. You can't get caught up on size and whether or not you're gonna please a woman. It's some of them you can't please. That just is what it is. But some of them you're gonna be too much for. It's gonna be it's gonna vary. It's gonna vary. Just get your numbers up. You're gonna find the ones that's right for that's compatible for you. But anyway, go ahead.
That hand to the chest move is real. That's one of my classic salute to everybody on the panel. That's one of my classic indicators. She go up. She hold up, nigga. You ain't gonna just put all that in me like that. I'm like, okay, you right. Let me slow down a little bit. So yeah, the hand in the chest definitely a marker. I was gonna save y'all. I was gonna purposely switch the conversation, even though it's on topic. But
yeah. Go ahead and switch it.
This monogamy thing, yeah. When we do it, Bernard, we're gonna kill it. I'm gonna show you what your boy do. This monogamy thing, no, it's all manipulation, bro. And don't get me wrong. To each man his own reach. If you want a woman, you want one woman, cool. If you want no women, you just want to build your empire, get your bread right, cool. And if you want multiple women, cool. Whatever you are mentally prepared for, but just know that it's all manipulation from women. See, how can a creature who, you said it earlier, and I agree, they're entitled, and everybody teaches them to be entitled. Society tells them it's all about them. Other men tell them it's all about them. Other women say it's all. So all day, when you got an entitled person who feels like they're the prize, do you think they're going to limit themselves to you? And so then what she does is, okay, she has you jumping through hoops, all while she has other options, and you jumping through all kind of hoops for her, hoping she'll do something. This is why they play the manipulation game. This is why they want to eat. This is why they want to eat before they go. This is why they want you to buy things and do things before you get it. Meanwhile, she keeps all her options open. She's got you to limit your options, because this is why, if you notice, the biggest thing most women talk about is cheating. Now, I always ask people, let's just get into scientific fact. Let's get into scientific data. Let's just get into nature. Do women outnumber men? And most people will be, you get a few bullshit ass women that try to say, I don't know, no, but we know women outnumber men. That alone proves that every woman will not be, it's not theoretically possible for every woman to have a man all to herself. So nature itself, science, nature, it also proves why polygamy is the key. Now, meanwhile, again, this is a woman's biggest deal. This is why a woman will marry a man, lock you down, and then start playing pussy games. Stop giving sex and all that, because she knows for most parts I got you, because you try to leave, I can take half your shit, and now I got you. So now, and then she knows if you don't do what she wants, she can divorce you, she can get rid of you, because she's got men hollering at her all day. Now, damn the fact that these men, they may not be quality men, they may not be shit, most may just want to fuck her anyway. That's not how she sees it. She sees it as psychological. She sees it as having options while you have none. This is why a lot of times they'll isolate you. This is why they don't like us having fun. They really don't like you having boys, especially boys who getting bread and pretty decent looking, because they know y'all around women all goddamn day. So the whole thing women do is all manipulation to put you in the box. This is what did they say? Narcissists, or I forgot what psychological disorder they talk about, where the people isolate you. This is what women do. They isolate us by guilt tripping you, trying to limit your options while they keep all their options open. Go ahead, y'all got it.
Right on. Jockey's Retro in the building. He says, make her squirt and it won't even matter. Shout out to Jockey's Retro. Sister George says we need an expert. Where's Ramil? How do you know he's an expert? You've been watching.
Bernard, you done mixed out, nigga.
I know. No. I'm asking her. I'm asking her a rhetorical question.
Please don't set y'all up. Look, we just got out that trick bag. Don't take us back in that goddamn trick bag.
Hey, the question for Sister George though is, hey, how she know what she been watching? I'm just saying, Sister George, you must have been. I'm just saying, Sister George, I'm a snitch. Don't make me snitch, Sister George. Find out you've been googling.
Fantastic.
That's why I said, how do you know he's an expert?
Good one.
She been watching and made an assessment that he's an expert. That's what I'm getting at there. That's exactly where that's going. All right.
Shout out to Curlin.
I was about to say poor Curlin. First giggle gate, now it is. All right. Anyway.
Y'all ain't shit.
Silent Lamont in the building. What's going on?
What's good, man? I just hopped on for half a minute. I got my actual day job today, but what's good, bro?
What's good?
What
man?
up, bro?
What you got? Go ahead and drop a bomb on us real quick before you slide up.
You know, as I sat up here listening to y'all talk, I realized why I will never get married. It's because I'm addicted to that very first penetration of a brand new woman.
Yes, sir.
I'm addicted to that.
Yes.
That first breath that she fucking exhaled during that very first penetration.
Yes.
I'm chasing that shit like that first crack hit my entire life, bruh. Real talk.
Man, Silent, like, put it like this. When I was out there and single, you know what? More than just the sex itself, what you just described right there, that was more of the drive of just getting that first initial. I explained it like it was. I don't know if it was just the conquest of doing it, or just that initial, that first initial hit of when you put it in. It's like that's what you're chasing.
That's what you're chasing.
Hold on, because right now, like my woman, sex with her is amazing. But it's like it is that one little thing that's missing, just that high of new pussy. That's the only, it's like a new pussy high.
Yeah.
I can't explain it, but that's the only thing that's missing in my life. The sex is better with her. Don't get it twisted. I'm having great sex, but it's something about that new pussy high, and you just explained it real good.
So, all right, I'll let you peoples be. Peace.
Yeah, he can't even drop the bomb and levels like my nigga. I want that nigga up here. Hey, that's real shit though. Hey, listen, that first breath when you get, I'm talking about you be looking like, yeah, bitch, my name is David, bitch. The name is David, bitch. She give you that look right when she push her, look right when she push your chest and she give you that she pushed it, put like both of them were fantastic. And Keith said when she put that hand on your chest and she give you that and give you that look like nigga. Like, yeah, hey, nothing. There is no rush better than that.
Hey, like you said, nigga, that's the craziest part. Like I said, that's the part of, like, Keith is right, bro. You missed that shit with you, motherfuckers. It feel good when it's, you still doing it with the same female, the same woman, right? Of course, you married and shit, but it's nothing like that, bro. That caged lion, bro. I tell you, you get that fucking caged lion shit. That's why all these niggas becoming these HI, man. That's why all you niggas become these Hebrew Israelites. We can have more than one woman, bitch. Yeah, y'all gotta get down with it. I'm gonna have 80 wives.
Facts.
So, and like I'm telling you, man, like, bro, and I'm telling you, like, see, man. I know y'all don't do women on the panel. We need women on the panel for shit like this. See, this is where women come in, because see, a bitch can tell when you got that. They say it's either they say BDE and the GDE, man. All right. And when you got that motherfucking BDE and GDE, bro, I'm telling you.
Hold on, wait. I got BDE. What do the G stand for in BG?
Great, nigga. Great. Because I mean, you just got the big. Okay, what the fuck is that? I mean, niggas. How many niggas? You know what I mean? We go to that. We know what the niggas.
You said
Now BDE, and then it's GDE. It's got to be a combination of the two. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, GDE. We ain't talking about gang members. Don't you niggas start twirling your fingers and shit. We ain't talking about GDs, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? Just remember when Kevin Samuels get this most entertaining shit, y'all remember fucking how y'all fucked me over, by the way, too. Fuck y'all niggas. But anyway, bro, a bitch can literally smell it on you, bro. Like for real. Seriously, bullshit. No shit aside. Niggas that no. Bro, bitches are like naturally attracted to you when they know that you tame pussy, whether it's one or many. I'm telling you, and like I said, when you definitely in there, bro, bitches, and that's why I laugh, bro. The shit niggas be saying on the internet, these bitches too, especially like I said, when you have females tell you, because you know bitches talk on YouTube or whatnot, and they will tell you, they can tell what niggas really about the shit or whatever. They can just tell about, you know what I'm saying, about the way they talk and you know the way they carry themselves or whatnot. So that's just another thing too, man. That's something else to add to it.
Right on.
And like you just, my bad.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You got it.
I was just right quick. What Mr. Fantastic was saying, like, because one thing about it, I think when black women say, when we say, I need a man who control me, you say you need to be controlled. I think more or less subconsciously they're not saying, they're not recognizing they're saying that, but that's what they really mean. And like in the bed, like when you got that great dick and you can whatever it is you do, if you good at it, and I hate to say it, it almost runs, if I could say, right along with your confidence. I think, I don't know, I don't want to go. I just think for me, confidence is why I'm such. I got that great dick. I think it's my confidence. So the way I talk, the way I carry myself around women to come in trying to control shit. I'll be in the center of women. I start controlling shit. They be looking and laughing, amazed, like this nigga actually won't let us run over him. And the way you conduct yourself, the confidence, I think they can smell. You know, they can say like, yeah, he's so confident, he gotta have some good dick. Y'all got it.
Right on. All right, go ahead. Hot fire. I think they say, yeah. What is that? Hot fire in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. You got the flow. You got the mic.
Yeah. Hot fire in 3, 2, 1. First, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good. You good?
Okay, cool, perfect. I'm using a headphone with the cord on it, so I just want to make sure. But for me, since I was a kid, maybe around like 8 or 9 years old, like I've never looked at monogamy as like a viable option. Like I remember as a youngin seeing like Hef on TV, and he had like 3 20-year-old wives with him, and I remember being like, yo, if those are my options, that's what I want. And I remember people being like, oh, yo, they paying for, or he's paying for it, they don't really love him. I was like, yo, I don't care, bro. Like he's 80 with 3 20-year-olds, and you're 80 with an 80-year-old chick. And I'm like, if I gotta pick one, I'm picking the 3 20-year-olds, bro. Straight up. So I understand people want monogamy, and it sounds good in theory and it looks good in the movies, but there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. And I just always try to tell brothers like, yo, you got more options. Use service providers if you have to, you know, be in open relationships. You can try monogamy if you want, but after a while, you're gonna get bored of it. It's not gonna work for you more than likely. And just like Bernard was saying earlier, and then a lot of the people in the chat, once a woman has you tied up, locked in with a marriage contract with kids, she lives with you, she has the government to back her. More than likely, she's going to get a taste of that control and power that she has over you, and she's going to use it against you every single time. So open your option up, fellas, and that's all I wanted to say. Yep. Appreciate the panel, and you guys be safe out there, right?
Yeah, Dollar Washer in the building says, when you're that dude, you don't have to peacock or state your stats. Women just recognize your energy, masculine energy. Anyway,
let me respond to that. That's not always true. What people gotta understand, something like, listen, I tell brothers this, only in niggerdom do people say you don't have to say nothing. Meanwhile, everywhere else you go, people want a goddamn resume, people want a goddamn reference, people want to know what the fuck you done. Now, that's a whole nother thing to say it and not walk it. See, that's what I tend to like. I like to talk this shit and then come right back and back it up, because that, you know, that shuts all doubters and haters up. So a lot of times you do have to lay the resume out. And like I said, a woman ain't just walking up to you. That old strong silent shit is bullshit. When I was growing up, bro, let me tell you, when I was growing up, I was a decent looking cat always. So I always got the chicks for the looks, but I noticed the cats who may not have been as decent looking to me, they were getting they were closing the deal. It was because they had fucking conversation. That's when I learned looks alone was not enough. If you want the motherfucker, now you don't give a shit about women. By all means, go get you some money, go do something else. By all means, but if you want a woman, let me give you the pointers. And the pointers is good looks, strong, silent type ain't enough. You got to have you some confidence. You got to have some conversation. You got to have some experience. You got to have some sense of humor. You got to have some patience. You got to, like, if you want the pussy, sometimes you just shut up and let the bitch talk and then capitalize. It's a strategy. There is no set way to get women. So I'd hate for people to think, a lot of times you don't have to say stuff. People always say you ain't got to say it. We live in an age of haters. Nobody is giving credit where credit is due anywhere. So you better give yourself some goddamn credit. Y'all got it.
Right on. JoJo, what's going on?
Man, what's going on, Mr. Bernard? I ain't talked to you in forever, man. How you
been?
been?
Been a minute.
But
Young Joe.
what's going on? But no, to add to the topic, man, I'm just go ahead and say this, which I said earlier, bro. Ain't nothing better than new pussy, bro. It is what it is. And like I said, y'all know what I'm saying, I got my gill or whatever. But look, check this out. When it's time to go hit something else, hey, you got to go ahead and do it, bro. But another thing about the whole monogamy thing too, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like as a man in this day, you should not take a girl serious. Like if you ain't known her for like years and years, bro, you can't take it serious. You just got to treat her as a bust down. And another thing too, because you know what I'm saying, I had to show Mr. Ramil this the other day. If y'all go back and watch the stream, y'all will see it too. Dude, they act like they when I see
hey man, it sounds like
you
do it. It sounds like you ice skating or something. Yeah, just like them.
Yeah, stop moving. That's cool.
Yeah, okay, stop moving. Okay,
like you doing jumping jacks or something.
This young nigga got. How this young nigga got on a windsuit?
But no, I was on Ramil Paddle and I had, you know what I'm saying, I showed you know what I'm saying, the girl I was with or whatever. Mr. Fantastic had seen it. And it's just like, bro, when you know you got that power over a woman, bro, it ain't no better feeling, bro. Like when a bitch look at you with that lust in her eyes when you digging her out, bro. Whew, yeah. Man, you'll go stupid. Yeah. You will go stupid, bro. Hey, that's all I'm gonna say on that, but hey, whew.
Yeah, no, that's real shit. That's real shit. And that's why I tell dudes, like if you gotta when you get your numbers up, even if you don't get that feeling immediately, you get your numbers up, you're gonna find that one that you're gonna be just right for, and you're gonna hit that spot just right, and you're gonna know. That's all I got to say on that. Just keep chugging away. You're gonna find one that you're gonna end up you're gonna have hooked, and you ain't gonna even know what's like the first time it happened where you just you just putting it on a chick to where she just eating out of your hand just going forward. He's like because she wanted it, you become her drug. Like that's a whole nother thing right there. But yeah, anyway, Coach Ali's corner in the building. Just showing some love. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to Coach Ali. Definitely shout out to Coach Ali. Support that brother. Me and him did a good one-on-one. He's talking about how to we did a one-on-one. I think it was called how to do an off-the-record marriage. I know a lot of you niggas on the panel don't give a damn about that, but it was an interesting conversation how to do it off the record if you're the type of brother that want a family and whatnot. But we got who else we got in here? Yeah. No. It was some good information. We got Triple Black in the building. What's going on?
Man, what's going on, man? What's going on, fellas, man? Shout out to Mr. Fantastic, man. I've been on this panel before, man. Hey, man.
Shout out, bro. Shout out.
Yeah, I like the discussion, but so the only thing I don't like, I know a lot of people reviewed this one video, is the major projection. Me, I was married before, and I was in a long-term relationship, and hold on.
Time out real quick. Let me address Zero real quick. He said, so niggas is stuck right here. It's like you just discovered pussy talk. The feeling should be normal and non-special by now. Clearly, it's some people in the chat who did not understand some things. They were, come on, Joe, you got to mute up. I think you ice skating again. All right. It was clearly some people in the chat who seemed to not have had that experience. Or they were saying that women are hard to satisfy if they've had too many bodies, or women are hard to please if this, if that. they was all over the place, and we were having the conversation for them. We ain't just back here like, ooh, pussy. Now we did talk about the high of getting new pussy, because new pussy, it is a such thing as a new pussy high. But when we was talking about that just getting some pussy aspect of it, it was some dudes who was talking like they just not necessarily virgins or incels, they just hadn't had enough. So that's
and real, let me say something too, man. Shout out to Zero, man. Zero is like one of the most underrated motherfuckers in this space. This nigga keep deleting fucking subs and shit, that because that nigga a tech nigga. But anyway, listen, bro. See, I got to just like this nigga be like the pause. You can't say that. Look, I gotta point you out now, Zero. I gotta hit you out. Let's see. The feeling should be normal and non-special, nigga. Pussy should never be non-special, because once pussy is non-special, you start running to other shit. Okay, so no, we Zero. We're gonna have to have you strike down from the record, brother. Pussy should never be non-special, because when pussy is non-special, you get the motherfucking pussy became non-special to Hugh Hefner. You know what Hugh Hefner ended up doing? Yeah, all right. Sampling men. So hey man, we are not going to promote that. You niggas may
salute to the God Hef, man. That's
he ain't no God of mine, nigga. He was fucking man. He was one of them. Ain't no God. He
inspired me, man, to be a
nigga. Well, you better not get too inspired, because he got so inspired he had to go motherfucking run up in them dudes, all right, and let them run up in him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I know what he did behind the scenes, but I'm just looking out as far as the aspect of having multiple women and being open about it. That's the key thing. So the other stuff he did, him possibly being CIA and other things, I definitely agree with you on that stuff.
Nigga, fuck CIA. He was fucking dudes. CIA. He was fucking dudes.
Fair enough. If that's what he's doing, cool. And a lot of people out there, messing with little lady boys and all that. So I ain't going to judge a person for what they're doing behind the scenes. I'm just saying, as far as being an older guy, having younger women, being open about it, everyone knows what's going on, and everyone being up and up. At least with the women's side of things, that's what I'm all about. So
hey man, like I said,
anything else? It is what it is.
Y'all niggas better not motherfucking I'm telling you, don't have so much pussy you get burnt down on pussy, nigga. That's all I'm gonna say. Because once pussy stops becoming special. Once pussy starts becoming special, you start. Hey, just saying, word to the wise.
I don't ever want to know what that's like. I don't ever want to know what it's like to get tired of pussy.
If I ever get tired of pussy, there will be no new frontier. That's it. I'm not trying to get the next. I gotta find something.
Right.
No. If I get tired of it, I'm just tired.
No.
I'm just sitting my ass down somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna retire. Right. I'm out the game.
Check out the game.
There will be no new frontiers. I'm not trying to boldly go where some men going before. I ain't trying to go. Anyway, we got to go back to Triple Black. I cut him off. My bad on that, fam. Sight Bud though in the building.
Yeah.
When everyone plays, no bench. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to ignore some fuckery in the chat. All right, go ahead, Triple Black. Okay, damn, hold on. Here goes Zero coming through. He said, He said, non-special doesn't mean jump off the ledge or stop enjoying or anything, any of that. What the fuck with three questions?
Hold on. And I replied to him in the thing, but I said on the air, man, listen, bro. Zero. For us, maybe. But these new niggas, they not built like us, man. Right. Jeffree Star just stole a whole nigga, a whole black man, and paraded him out in front of the world. All right, these new niggas now they not playing by the same rules you playing with. I keep telling y'all, man. I had to tell my son will be 15 in December. Hey, make sure that's a girl, bro. That's the shit we got to tell these niggas. So, hey, man, I'm telling y'all. Yeah, I know it may seem, but I'm telling y'all, man, you cannot be out here discouraging the pussy. I'm telling you can't be. The pussy got to be, again, I'm not saying put it on a pedestal. I'm not saying worship it. I'm not saying pussy first. But pussy, hey, once pussy starts being special, especially these new niggas now, these young, hey, man, y'all don't know what they all kind of shit that they got to go up against, bro.
Real quick. Ty City, stop saying it's been weird around here lately. Quit trying to pin woke progressive on the black manosphere or make it seem like other niggas is with that shit. The only person in the chat agreeing with you is Sister George, because she's saying facts, Ty City. That let you know you're on the wrong track if Sister George only want agreeing with you. Get out of there. Quit trying to charge us up.
Get out of there. Get out of there, Ty City.
Yeah, you stay trying to charge up the manosphere. I fuck with Ty City, but don't charge us up.
That's why I be on his ass.
Don't charge us up with that poke progressive shit. We ain't with it, man. You know that. Cut it out. Anyway, go. Triple Black been trying to talk for a while. All right, nobody interrupt him. Go ahead, man. You got it.
Yeah. I was just kind of kind of surprised when they were like, people. I've seen different reviews of that video, and I was in a long-term relationship and also a marriage, and I saw a video the other day about how it was by Jordan Peterson, and he said that women are hardwired to test your masculinity. And I was just seeing that guy like talking to his wife on that show, and a whole bunch of people projecting all this type of stuff on him, like, oh, he's a simp. First of all, the word simp and cupcaking and all this type of stuff is overused. I'm just saying, I was like what married man hasn't had his wife do? I mean, they that's what they do. They test your masculinity, and they don't want to fight. Even if you are right on, they will always test you and defy you no matter who, especially if you're married to them. That's what their job is to do. They're going to defy you. That's what that's what they're hardwired to do. And I think that a lot of guys don't understand that if they're not testing you and they're not like trying to defy you, a lot of times they don't give a shit about you. That's what they do.
Right.
They want to test you. They want to test your masculinity to make sure that they're safe. That you
wait, time out. You saying that if they're not testing you, they don't give a shit about you?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. All right, time out. What you just low key did is you just excused a whole lot of fuckery. It's nothing wrong with a woman testing a dude's masculinity to some degree, and then he showed that he masculine, and she sit down and she shut the fuck up, and they go live happily ever after. It's when the chick tests your masculinity. Hold on. It's when the chick tests your masculinity on Monday. You check her on Monday, and then she back out of pocket on Wednesday. Then you got to check her real damn good and make her think you about to slap her ass, and that hold her to the weekend, and she back on some fuckery. Don't put a cape on for the fuckery by saying if she ain't. You basically said if she ain't being a bitch, she really don't love you. We can't know that ain't going.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying. No. Okay.
Yeah, maybe not consciously. Maybe not consciously.
Okay, not consciously. What I'm saying is like, for instance, like women don't ever want to be held accountable. That's why a lot of women, they do not want to be, I guess, have you ever had a woman really deliver on a promise that she made and didn't give you any type of resistance back? That's what I'm saying, that they're hardwired to do. Like, for instance, when you, like, if a woman say, you know what, I got a problem, right? I need, this amount of money, and then you help her out, and then you go collect on that money. Even though she made the promise, the fact that you are going to collect, she's going to give you some type of pushback. That's what I'm saying. I'm not justifying her. What I'm saying is that they give you pushback, or like a lot of times, if they don't give a shit about you, they're not going to give you any pushback. They're just going to not even pay attention to you. What I'm saying is there's always that type of tension that you have to keep with women, and the fact that
I agree with you. Hold on, wait. I agree with you that there's some degree of tension, and I'm cool with some tension if the man is controlling that tension. But if you're talking about the tension is her constantly prying you, and you constantly have to be fighting a constant bitch, then no, that ain't cool. But the type of tension that can exist, like, for example, I don't know if it's certain things you expect of her that's a bit challenging, and she feel like she constantly juggling to make you happy. Okay, that's some good tension that you in control of, that you in the leading dominant or masculine position with that tension. But if I'm about to be getting constantly challenged by a woman, I don't want to be constantly challenged by her. She ain't my challenge. She ain't my competition that I want to be challenged by. You see, so that's where
that shit gets old. That shit gets old fast.
No, it gets exhausting, but you gotta think of, like, you guys talking about new pussy, right? Getting new pussy.
Oh no, well, the show wasn't about new pussy, but
right. I'm just giving you an example.
Okay, so
It's like
if it's a new pussy situation, yeah, a chick will give you a little shit test, you know, leading up to it. She might shit test you and see how you hold up to that. But if you succeed and you pass the shit test and you end up getting a new pussy, and then that's, you know, that's a proper exchange. That's okay. I thought you was talking about in a relationship.
No, that's what I was talking about in a relation, like in a relationship. Because I was in a relationship. It's like when you do check her. Like what I'm saying is, there's always they're hardwired to put like little tests out there for you. But when you do check that, a lot of times they bring you that new pussy energy because they know that you stayed in your masculine frame. That's what I'm saying is, there's a lot of women. You know how, like, you ever got in a fight with a woman and then you have makeup sex with her. And then she's bringing you a different type of energy. That, like, have you ever been through that?
No,
I have. That's kind of dysfunction, though. That's kind of dysfunction.
I have, but see, the thing is, it shouldn't be a constant thing where she constantly being a bitch and you constantly have to correct it, and y'all constantly in a tug of war, in a fight, in a dysfunctional relationship, but every now and then the pussy is real good. That's some dysfunctional.
Yeah, you're
shit.
actually you're enabling and you're actually rewarding her for bad behavior by giving her fucking the dick. So yeah, that's bad. But hey, people asking for the link, but aren't.
No, I think I just dropped it. Ty City just got the link, and real quick before we hop on, before we get to the Ty City, real quick, we might get back to that triple black. So just hold your thought. He said, "I never discourage men from women, but when you let it validate your existence." I don't think nobody up here said was on validate the existence.
Nobody
shit.
said that.
But there are some people that
she's
say
an accessory.
And it is some overlap whenever dudes is talking about pussy and high fiving and just having a good locker room, good time. Right. It does sound like that, but we know the dudes who are just truly 100% validated by it, where just pussy is everything, and they can't even, they can't even have a conversation without circling it back to pussy. And that ain't the case here. But anyway, this is when dudes end up here discussing why they can't get right. There's some truth in what you're saying, but I don't think that's what was happening here. But not with us. Yeah, but we was talking about pussy. We like pussy anyway. Ty City in the building. What's going on, Ty?
I hope so.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. What's up?
Hey man, what's up with this, man? You trying to say I'm trying to charge niggas up, man? Come on, dog.
I was talking shit when
you do, nigga. Shut up. Shut up, nigga. You do, nigga.
We keeping it clean.
Fuck all that shit. Hey, fuck all that shit, man. Hey, listen. If you fuck with anything other than pussy, nigga, you gay as a motherfucker. That's just that.
Everybody agrees with that.
Wait. Pussy can't never get old or boring or whatever to a straight nigga. Like, once you fuck around and do something else, nigga, that's not the pussy fault. It ain't because pussy got boring or no shit, nigga. You gay, nigga. That's what that shit means. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying.
I don't think nobody disagrees.
Don't blame pussy. Don't blame pussy. That's all I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with pussy. Ain't nothing wrong with pussy. That's all I'm saying. Don't do no weird shit and say pussy was the reason. You know.
I don't think nobody was saying that. I think Fantastic gave some pushback.
Bro, go back to look, bro. The nigga Hugh Hefner, bro. He wrote about it, bro. It was in one of his biographies. He said he got tired of pussy. He was curious, so he started fucking around with Mick Jagger and them. He started fucking dudes.
I can agree.
It ain't the pussy fault.
Hold on,
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm only telling you what the man said. I'm not disagreeing with you, bro.
Yeah, that's a horrible excuse.
Well, again, but at the same time, I mean, it has some validity to it. This nigga did have thousands upon thousands of pussies.
Nah, I don't mean it, bro. That don't mean shit.
I'm just saying, hey, nigga, have you had thoughts? Hold on now. So niggas want, let's be realistic. Now let's be
Yeah,
real. We had a let's had a conversation, nigga. If you've had tens of thousands of pussies,
yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm just ask yourself the question.
yeah. That's
I
how
don't.
you
Just
Let
wired,
me
I'm
let
man.
me
being
let me make
boring.
it very clear. Let me make it very clear. I don't
I'm
think
not saying,
tens.
I'm not saying it's all
Time out. Hey,
right.
can y'all hear
I'm not
me?
saying it's all right. Not
Hey,
saying it's all
hold on.
right.
I want to make it clear. I don't think tens of thousands of pussies can make me want something else. Like I said, for me, there is no new frontier. Now, I
Hey,
will say with Hugh Hefner, that dude,
Yeah,
he probably was already just a little bi or whatever. So it was easy for him to just go ahead and transition over
Right.
and
nah,
start
ain't no
messing
little
with.
vibe, man. Nigga gay. Ain't no
Hey,
I'm
gay,
not
okay,
even
nigga.
going
gay,
down that
bro.
road.
Let that
Bob.
man live, bro. Take
Ain't no
the
such
good
thing as
things he
Bob,
did in
bro.
Okay.
life. Take the good things that man
I'm
did in
gonna let y'all
life
have that.
and run with it.
Ain't no such
If
thing
he
as
Hey,
if
Bob,
he
hey,
man. But
yeah,
if he
Okay,
gay or
I
bi,
don't
it
yeah.
think
doesn't
that.
matter.
That's all I'm saying, man. The
Let him
way
rock.
the way I'm wired, man, pussy just gonna be pussy, man. I fuck with it the long way, forever and ever until I hit the dirt, nigga. Like that shit's it, man.
Exactly. That's everybody.
Yeah, but
That's
that's what
Right.
I'm
everybody.
So
But hold on. Ty City, what you just said right there, that's literally what every straight dude think. The only thing that happened is Zero saying y'all letting pussy, y'all putting pussy too much on a pedestal or
no, he
whatever.
fixed it in the chat,
And
Bernard. He
then
said something else later on in the chat.
and then Fantastic respond to it and drew a parallel with somebody who got tired of pussy and did some other shit. But I agree with you that no, he had some gay in him anyway.
And
He was
Bernard,
already
another thing I told y'all niggas, I'm the pussyologist, okay? I'm the pussyologist. Listen, a lot of y'all niggas be fucked off and fucked up because you watch too much porn. There's studies in this shit. Being that porn is what it is now, and people are flooding themselves with it, you're oversaturating your mind with sex shit. So even when you get real sex, you can't perform and shit because of the oversaturation through the fucking visuals and shit. And a lot of you niggas are like literally beating yourself to death, nigga, with all this motherfucking
yeah.
porn. So again, man, sex is not just physical. Sex is physical and it's mental. There's a whole lot of different things that come into it. And like not a lot of niggas just, all niggas know about sex is pop in a motherfucking booty talk something, DVD, and that's how you learn about sex for the most part. But nah, bro, this shit is actually like a science. Y'all, what was that old crockety ass old lady from like the 90s? Used to talk about sex all the time
I don't know.
with the
I know you.
glasses. Little old lady with
the little
the
doc, the little doctor.
I
yeah,
think I know what
she
you're
she
talking
should
about.
be the Golden Girls and shit. Man,
Doctor,
But
Dr. Ruth, yeah, Dr. Ruth, that's her
Doctor
name.
Ruth.
Yeah, bro, yeah, man, yeah, bro. Sex is a science, bro. It really is to it. It's more. It's
It is.
extremely complex. And because people don't, take the time to fucking, do a little bit of research and study into it, that's why y'all niggas be needing these motherfucking dick pills before you hit 40. I'm just saying.
all right, before I go to Zero, only thing I'll say, and this is sort of my response to Ty City, I don't like when people take things that probably could have been worded better in this space and then try
Right.
to spin it as if dudes in this space is just having some sex fluid conversation. Like, come on, man, ain't nobody
Right.
up here on no gay shit. Like that's so, so that's why I kind of I lightheartedly went off when I was like, man, quit typing in the chat all the time. It's getting weird around here,
Right.
And then Sister George down there, yep, it's getting weird because as soon as Poke Progressive came out, Sister George just went on a damn tour just asking everybody, do you think that the LBGTQRS will be accepted in the black manosphere? Like, it ain't gonna be
No.
fucking accepted in the black manosphere. Don't try
Right.
to that was her low key trying to charge us all up, trying to charge black men up with being gay. So I felt like to some degree, Ty City was slightly trying to do the same thing, and I'm like, no, don't pin that on us like this is just some sex gender fluid space. Like, no, you know damn well it ain't. Like cut it out. Like that's where I'm at with it. But it is some things that could be said and worded a little better. Okay. It
Right.
did sound like Fantastic was saying that you could I don't think you can just get tired of pussy and then all of a sudden want a new frontier or something.
Nigga,
I don't
wait. I
I
need
don't
y'all
think
niggas I need y'all niggas to put my shit in proper context. I told you
Right.
what he gave you the exact example. Hugh Hefner said he
said
got
that.
tired of pussy. I don't agree with those statements. I'm with everything Ty City said. Nigga, you ain't never. I don't give a nigga. You can line up a line of pussies, nigga. A new pussy a day, or the same pussy for 1,000 years, nigga. And I'm never getting tired of it. You hear me?
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
And
All
again,
right.
a bitch got, well, we ain't gonna get into that, but it is what it is.
And I hate playing word games, man. Like if you know what the fuck we mean, you try to say some shit off the mind and we ain't writing this shit down. Don't always expect the person to hit every word. If you know what he meant, come on, don't be intellectually dishonest. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Ty City, my dude. I rock with Ty City. Who just said that?
Me. Yeah, can I say something real quick about the?
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, we got to go to Zero because I know Zero. Probably don't know if Zero working right now. I don't got that much time. But go ahead, Zero.
Yeah, I don't think niggas is listening past the word pussy. That's the problem. I wasn't like, for instance, when I say like, don't let it define your existence. That's exactly what the fuck I mean. Like if you let that shit, if this shit is like, you talking about it like it's new, and that feeling is always gonna be like number one priority. You can't do shit else but think about that shit. Then you fucked in life. I mean, for instance, the feeling do normalize. Otherwise, you wouldn't be after new pussy. That's what new pussy is all about. Because you got bored with the pussy you was fucking. So of course the shit is gonna normalize. You're gonna always acclimate to whatever feeling that you feel. That's just how humans work. So this when I said the shit should be normal, that's what the fuck I mean. It should be normal. It shouldn't be like the fucking only thing you can think about all the fucking time. That's like fucking
I agree with that.
Middle school shit. And niggas come up here like, dude, the car Abby, that nigga was like, that's it. That's his life. that's the problem when niggas be like,
I'm sorry, Zero. Could you start over and repeat everything you said after the word pussy?
Exactly.
Check and mate.
And that's what I'm saying. And like I fucks with Ty City, but he just did the same thing. Everything past the word pussy was like, what? No pussy? This gay. That don't make sense. The shit should be normal. It just should. It should be normal. Again, if it wasn't normal, the niggas will be happy with the one bitch that they ever fucked ever in life. But they not. So the shit should be normal. So that's pretty much it.
Understand what you're saying. I think when we was talking about, at least with me, I was speaking to the new pussy high. That is a thing for some, maybe not for others.
No, it is. There's always gonna be a high for new pussy. I'm saying, but the feeling of just fucking should just be some normal shit. It shouldn't be some shit where like you live every day for that shit.
Right. Let me say this though.
That's bad.
But let me say this though. Context is everything, and so that's why even though we weren't talking that way, a lot of times like what Zero is saying is good because there are some people who may perceive it exactly the way Zero is saying it, where they may be thinking pussy is everything. So even though I know that's not what we meant, I always tell people context is everything. So that's why Zero's pushback is necessary to balance, to tell brothers we're not talking about. Put this in context. We're talking about in the heat of the moment. We're not talking about make the bitch your God or your mother. Because let me tell you right now, 5 minutes after I nut, I'm like, why the fuck am I even here? So at the end of the day, what we're trying to make sure is, again, that you're not putting pussy on the pedestal. Do not put the bitch on the pedestal. She is an accessory. Yeah. She is not a mandatory. Oh, wait, John.
Right. Yeah. But when y'all talking about it, that's cool. But then you get a nigga hop up there because he feeling good about what y'all talking about, and then he go take it overboard like, yes, this is life, nigga. That's it. Right. It's the only thing that matters. You niggas is right on point. Nigga, I live for this shit.
He's a young nigga though. Like I say, he a young nigga, man. So again, Zero, like I said, but to another point too is pussy every day is not a bad thing either. Okay, pussy everything is not a bad thing, or whatever you can work pussy into the schedule. Again, pussy should be scheduled in after the hard work, after the the success and the prosperity and all that shit. Okay, never put pussy first, but you can always make a way for pussy. All right, you can always make a way for some pussy. All right, that's all I'm saying, man. What I see happening here is like, bro, we're adults. Like I said, adult people can talk about fucking or sex. So how the fuck you want to put it? And it's just like, oh, you niggas talking about that? Oh, you niggas, and that's we're just trying to get to the point of where it's just like we can have adult conversations as adults, and niggas not like, why y'all talking about pussy? Why y'all did all that? Because niggas always try to reduce it to, see, you niggas is about pussy, and it's no, nigga. It's just like, hey, every now and again when it arises, and like the monogamy shit is the perfect setup, bro. One pussy is hard work. Okay, I'll just say that one pussy for life, nigga, is hard work, nigga. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, listen, and let's reset it. Because wait, hold on. No, let's reset it.
Go ahead.
Let's reset it back to monogamy and why monogamy is her removing your options. So let's get, because see, we did go into a whole big old thing on pussy, and the key point I wanted the brothers to walk away with this conversation from is keep your fucking options. Like I tell brothers this, you ain't got to be a complete asshole. You can, I'm an asshole, but I turn it on and off. What I'm saying is have options and watch how a woman conducts herself. There's a part in How to Be a Player. And I always tell this scene, and for years when I used to watch this movie, I would try to understand this scene where they talk to the Max Julian, and he says, every woman needs to be played, must be played for this man-woman thing to go on. I couldn't quite understand it because I'm like, women don't like getting cheated on. That's the first thing they talk about. But when you analyze it, I looked at it when I had multiple women, they act better. When they knew they had other motherfuckers knocking on the door, waiting for her to slip up, that made her put her best foot forward. This is another reason why polygamy is so necessary for men. And this is why, because women know once she tells you, she gets you into a monogamous mindset, she has the power. You put her in a polygamy mindset where, like, look, I got options, like she does you, then that takes away her power. Y'all got it.
Facts.
All right. Somebody was trying to get in.
I was trying to
I can't see your names. I had that wig comment up, Sister George, talking about buying a new wig. She walk around with a wig on,
makeup.
Well, I mean, I take her wig versus she go home to her man and be having them AI braids under the wig.
Nah. She's saying she changed up when she changed up the wig. She changes up the bitch, so she becomes a new bitch per wig.
I think I think she always be the bitch with the Allen Iverson braids under the wig. That's who she is 24/7. But anyway, go ahead. Whole fire.
No, that shit.
Yeah, man. I agree with polygamy is key, man. You gotta let these women know that you got options. You gotta let them know that they're one of many, and they're gonna act right. They're gonna act better because they know that you have a choice. And my first real relationship was when I was 18, and I just knew instinctively to tell this chick that, like, yo, we cool, we friends. Let's see where this goes, but it's an open relationship. You do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing, and it is what it is. And she never complained. She never tried to rebut it. She never tried to debate me. She just said, okay, that's cool. And every relationship I've ever been in, except one where I was doing a little church thing, every relationship outside of that, every chick was cool with it, and they acted right. So I tell brothers, like the dudes out there, like a lot of dudes I know, man, they be cheating on chicks, man, and lying to chicks and having burner phones and dummy phones and all this other stuff. And I'm like, bro, if a chick really feeling you, man, you don't have to do all that. Just tell her straight up from the jump, yo, we in an open relationship. This is what it is. And if she rock with you, she rock with you. If she don't, she don't. And that's it. But when you decide to try to lie to a chick and pretend that you monogamous with her, you really a bitch, yo. Like, and then what's gonna make it worse is when she finds out, which she probably will, or somebody gonna tell on you, or then she gonna key your car, or she gonna get her brothers to jump you. She gonna lie on you, say you beat her or rape. It's never a good thing. So I try to tell, especially young brothers, older men usually figure this out, but I try to tell young brothers, like, yo, if you have to lie to a chick to get her, then she's not yours. Let her know up front you are polyamorous. You want to deal with many women. She's not gonna be the only one. She has to earn her spot. She has to maintain her spot. And if a woman is feeling you, she rocking with it. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Good point.
Right on.
Yo.
All right. Oh yeah, go ahead, Triple Black. You got it.
Yeah, man. Boy, you guys are a tough panel, boy. Hey, if you slip up and say anything kind of, like not even on point, boy, you guys, guess pounce on it. But anyways, what I was trying, before we got into the whole vagina conversation, what I was trying to go back to was talking about the whole monogamy thing and how, like, women, that's what they do. It's like, if you're not married to them, they're gonna push for that marriage, and that's just how they naturally are. If they don't feel like you making enough money. They're going to push for you to make more money. And when you do make more money, you're gonna push for your time. What I'm saying is, it's just, I'm not complaining about it, but it's a constant thing where they're always trying to test your masculinity, like your masculinity. And it's not like, I'm not saying like give into it. What I'm just saying is they're hardwired to keep pushing you. I mean, it's not. I'm not talking about toxic stuff like blowing up your car and doing all this type of stuff. It's just like, if they turn off that
Hold on, nigga. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. This nigga, hold on, bro. You got a bitch that's gonna blow up the car? Not kid, but blow it up.
There's a video of that, yo.
I was using hot.
You just said we don't let shit get by. You should have been ready for this shit. You just said we don't.
I'm just saying, nigga. You need to, hey, nigga. You gotta change your hoes, bro. You gotta change your bitches, brother.
Hey, I was gonna let him rock. Go ahead, man. I was letting him rock.
I was trying to minimize that. I'm just saying that's toxic. That's obviously toxic. What I'm saying is just like, this is normal course of action. That's what they do. You can't get mad at a fish for swimming. That's what they do. I was like, what I'm saying is, if they turn off that response of them, they just say they're trying to make you better or trying to make you a better man or whatever. They turn off that response.
Well, hey, bro, let me say this for you. What you're basically saying is you're talking. I'm gonna give you your part and what Bernard is saying. We're talking motivation versus manipulation. You're talking motivation. We get that. And what we're saying is, and what Bernard is saying is, if it goes too far and it's just every day after I've already proven that, now it's manipulation. So I get you. Just to sum it up, you're talking motivation. Bernard's talking about, but don't let the motivation become manipulation. I got you.
Yeah, but what woman doesn't keep moving the goalposts? Name one woman that does not keep moving the goalposts.
Most do. That's
but all right. But to some degree, it sounds like you're saying that men need to just keep bending and yielding to that constantly fluctuating goalpost.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
That's what make me leave. That's what makes me quit fucking with a bitch. When she just it's just no quiet. We can't get no wind no matter what we do. I'm like, nah, bitch, it's you, bitch. So I gotta cut your ass loose, bitch, because I ain't gonna have you take me down with you. That's when you cut her loose.
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
Basically, it's almost like you're saying that men should happily follow the lead of a schizophrenic person with Tourette's.
That's right. Like. No. I'm gonna eject real quick. So I'm not gonna discourage niggas from fucking with these bitches. By all means, fuck these bitches. Otherwise, you're gonna have a situation where you fucking with romper niggas. So definitely. I'm not gonna ever discourage niggas from fucking with women. That's not the point. I always say all the time, women have never changed. Women are not the problem. Is dudes bowing down to pussy. So all you gotta do is not bow down to the pussy. So that's pretty much where I'm at with this shit.
Polygamy. Polygamy is not bowing down to the pussy.
Whatever you gotta do, yes, but as long as you're not in a fucking situation where you're dealing with these rainbow niggas, it's all good. So
I'm not going to use that. Let me just finish what I'm saying. If you handle your business and you stay in your masculine frame or whatever, they're going to fall in line. But what I'm saying is, never expect them not to try to keep pushing. That's just what I'm saying. Is just like they're just hardwired to keep testing you. And whenever you handle in your business, they're just going to fall in line. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Like, understand this. Listen, that woman that you get who does. I had this debate on Ramil's show the other day, and shout out to Rudim, because Rudim said something good. He said most women need to be the victim. And what I've learned is, like I said, in a lot of situations, there are very few women who are actually going to appreciate you. That woman we all talk about, that made up woman, it's like 5 of them, on the whole planet. So the rest of us are going to get some dysfunctional creatures. Because understand this, if they're being raised in a house where nobody's teaching structure, that means you got a whole bunch of generations of bitches being unleashed into the world without being taught how to deal with men. So you'd be a fool to think if that's the majority, if you're out there, you're not going to run across this dysfunctional type of bitch. And I'm not saying all of them do it purposely. Some of them just don't know no better. Some of them do. But the point is, our job is to mentally prepare the brothers. If you're able to find that 1 out of 5 million, beautiful. But for the rest of us who won't, here's what you're going to be dealing with. Get your mind used to it. We're not saying go for it. We're not saying allow her to manipulate you. We're just saying know that this is what she's going to do. And if you understand how the psychological works, the brain works, you'll recognize if nobody taught her that, how is she going to come to you ready? And we all agree that most mothers are running off the men. So we know that most of these women are not getting proper training growing up in how to deal with men. So that means that most of us are going to have to deal with dysfunctional women until we reverse that curse, until we change that cycle. Y'all got it?
Hey, Bernard.
Yo, yeah, you got it. Go ahead, Morpheus. But shout out to Ricardo Rodney, came through with the super chat. Appreciate that.
I appreciate being on. I mean, you guys are right, but the biggest thing, especially I was married, so I learned this after my divorce. You got to have leverage. Too many guys, we get comfortable and we lose our leverage. You know, it could be the main thing. Honestly, to keep a woman, like everyone talks about money, you need the money to keep a woman. Keep it real. Because look at the divorce rate. It's always financial is the reason why they're divorcing. You got to keep your body on point because she needs to remember why you sexy. You got to keep your dick game on point. Don't be lazy with the dick. It's real. You keep all that on point, she ain't going nowhere. And
that's not true. That's not true. I got to push back on that one. Listen, bro. I've had over 100 women. Listen to me. I've seen, like, you learn the archetypes of women, and you'll learn that you could be giving her the dick, you could be giving her the money. Like, understand something. When she's not getting her way, see, the bottom line is you have to be the fool. And I've even seen dudes play the fool and still not keep the woman. So it doesn't even make sense. So you think of yourself like she's thinking of herself. You can give her the dick, you can give her the money. If somewhere down the line she starts feeling insecure, you got to remember, you're dealing with creatures. Even the finest bitch, she's the most insecure. So she constantly needs some type of rush. And that's where the insanity comes in, insanity of her vanity, where you're constantly trying to fill this hole this bitch got. You put money in the hole, you putting dick in the hole, you putting time in the hole, and no matter what you do, it's just not making her happy because this bitch is broken. She, like I said, she was probably raised in a broken home, so she's got a permanent crack in her. So you can't just assume the dick,
and that goes,
money, and all that will keep her. Because
hold on, real quick, Morpheus, and that goes back to my pushback against Triple Black. How when he said that if you on point and you in your masculine frame and you this and you that, she will fall in line. No, there's a percentage of women that won't fall in line. And so I mean, because I'm sure you wouldn't argue that, you know, you being on point will make a dysfunctional woman fall in line. If that's the case, we shouldn't even be talking about that. We should be talking about don't deal with dysfunctional women. I mean, we can eliminate an unnecessary step from the equation.
Yeah, I'm talking about a chick that's functional. So I'm assuming everybody would only want to be with a chick.
So then if you're dealing with a functional, hold on real quick. If you're dealing with a functional chick, yes, as a man, you got to make sure you're doing your part. But we can't put that you doing your part is the end all be all solution or band-aid to a woman's combative, bitchy, dysfunctional bullshit. We can't
fact
like that's a magic wand over a broken person. That's
well, I have one more caveat, but I didn't get to that part. So what I was saying, I actually learned this from Patrice O'Neal, and this works. He said this. He said a woman will never leave you unless she feels like she destroy you. You cannot show any emotion, any crazy stuff. You gotta let them know, like, yeah, you can go. Bye.
Right.
Bye. You gotta be like a boss. You know, if they acting up, go. They always come back. Because when you don't call them, they always call you back because you're the guy that didn't fall for it, and you punish them when they come back.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. But I'm gonna tell you that. Listen, that doesn't always work either. Some of them will leave and stay gone because listen, at the end of the day, a selfish creature doesn't give a fuck about you. See, that's another thing men got to stop thinking. Like, if she's selfish, it doesn't matter what you do. And it's only a limited time before somebody else comes along with a bigger price book or she's tired of you and then she jumps ship. This is why, like I said, while women tell you to be monogamous, they got options. They got niggas they texting, they got niggas calling them, they got niggas in the inbox. Mm-hmm. The only fool being monogamous is us. And I'm not monogamous. I'm a known polygamist. Go ahead, y'all got it.
Oh, that's facts. Yeah. You're right about that.
I totally agree with what Bernard said, but I was just looking at it from from a functional basis, it's almost like a fire drill. Like, expect even if the smoke detector is working, you're always going to have a fire drill from them. I mean, that's just how that's the only point I was trying to make is even if they're functional, it's just like they're hardwired to constantly make sure that, not constantly, but to make sure that you still, I guess, the man that they chose or whatever maybe
well, you
fall
know,
in line.
that's an evolutionary thing. Why they do that? You know that, right? Because you got to understand, thousands of years ago when we cavemen and all that stuff, you think men were faking the funk back then? So if a girl got with a guy that was faking the funk, and then she finds out later he ain't the guy, that was a death sentence for her. So that's just a leftover remnant. You know what I mean?
No, I understand that, and back then, I think nature tested people regularly, so you found out real fast in live examples if somebody's faking the funk. If another group or pack of people show up, or fucking the damn saber-toothed tiger or a goddamn wolf show up, you're gonna find out. They found out real quick what a man was made of back then. So I do understand that a woman do need to know what a man is made of, but it can get to a point of absurdity. For example, I think it's quite simple. If I stopped making money, if I stopped being industrious, if I stopped doing the shit that a man is supposed to do, yeah, my woman should notice that and she should have a problem with it. But if it turns into oh shit, the toilet seat left up, I'm about to start just fussing at him, just start barking at him and see how loud he bark back, see if he can bark me down. If it turned into shit like that, that's what I'm saying is out of pocket. And we shouldn't expect that. We shouldn't accept that. This is a dysfunctional woman who wants a dysfunctional household. Like, we gotta acknowledge that.
That's why
that is dysfunctional.
Time out. Real quick. So what was this? A Starscream saying this live stream should tell why Kevin Samuels is the face of the manosphere. I want you to elaborate on that. I want you to spell out in plain English exactly what you mean by that. I'm very curious. But
selling a dream to women.
That's just people trying to derail the conversation. They don't.
No. I just want him to type out exactly what he mean by that. I don't want to guess what he mean. I want him to say it. I just want to read.
Let me respond to what bro. Wait, let me respond to bro. Like, I can understand what bro is saying too. Let me say this. Everything, I always say everything happens is meant to happen. It's a spiritual thing, and I always say, now don't get me wrong, everything is context. I gotta say that. But black people, we should know, we come up with all kind of metaphors, so we should understand context better than anybody, but we like to act like we don't. But the point I'm making is, I'm not okay in dysfunction. I check dysfunction every goddamn time, and I will cut a bitch off if she's dysfunctional. But I will say, through me dealing with women, and like I said, most of them are not being raised properly in the house by fathers and how to deal with men. I can actually say through that dysfunction, I'm not saying put up with dysfunction. Let me put that disclaimer out again. Check a bitch if she out of line. But from that dysfunction, I'm not gonna lie, I did get experience in how to deal with women. I can't lie. So, and I always say, looking at the situations that we go through with women, I'm not justifying. Check the bitch when she out of line. But looking at the situations that we go through with women, I always say women are here to test us. Like, I can't lie. These women have kept me on my motherfucking toes. They have kept me. They taught me don't let my guard down. They taught me to keep my head on the swivel. From having to deal with all the women, it taught me to stay sharp. So I can honestly say I did walk away. When it's all said and done, I did walk away with some tangible, valuable information and knowledge from dealing with women, even in their dysfunction.
Yeah, but I gotta give a slight shout out to MOT on this. What that essentially means is you became tougher, stronger, and thicker skin to deal with a fucked up environment. But the problem is the environment. You know,
right?
Yeah. Women shouldn't be that much of a, you know, like you in a damn dog fight. Like I said, the scene in Avatar where they had to climb to the top of the floating mountains to wrestle down a banshee and
right.
But there's going to be a balance.
I'm sorry. I mean, go up. Yeah, just both of y'all. Both of y'all shit posted. Like, man, I didn't finish my little Avatar story, but yeah. Let me damn shit. What was I saying? Yeah, but yeah, so you gotta wrestle them down into a rapey position and connect your appendage to them, and then not only then they'll submit and act right, but with the damn banshee, it'll just submit and act right and fly straight for the rest of your life. It'll fly straight for you. A lot of these chicks, they gonna fly straight for 48 hours and then be back acting a damn fool. So
facts.
Well,
so
that's
this conversation. I'm sorry, it does turn into basically caping for that fuckery. Now, the way that a lot of women act nowadays is fucked up. The idea is to deal with the ones that don't operate like that, not to try to learn how to roll, how to duck, tuck, and roll under them punches and all that shit. No, fuck all that. I mean,
no,
if you
hold on, let me ask y'all something. Let me ask you something.
If you learned it and you got stronger and you better at fighting because of it, that's great. I don't want to be fighting with a woman. I don't. Me and my woman, we ain't fighting on that right now. We have some disagreements. There are sometimes she will do something wrong. I can sit her down and explain it to her. She will listen and understand, and that problem typically is off the table.
Right.
So I don't have that problem with her, and I'm not going to sit here and say what's the strength of my masculinity and da da da. No, she's a functional human being who conducts herself in a way that's conducive to a functional relationship. Those are the women we got to.
No, I'm not excusing their behavior.
We can't start making arguments that basically say these bitches are fucked up. We got to learn how to take the punches better, or we got to learn how to punch back better. That's what a lot of these arguments are saying.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask all y'all on the panel. If you had to put a guesstimate, because this is what I always teach. I agree, but I agree in teaching both sides. I tell men, don't look for dysfunctional women, don't go for dysfunctional women, but know how to deal with one. Because a lot of times you got to deal with a few dysfunctional sometimes before you get to that functional. And if you don't know how to deal with the dysfunctional, you may not make it. The bitch may clean you out. So I want to ask this, in everybody's opinion. How many women would y'all say are good? If we had to line up all the women in the world, if you was just dealing with women, out of 100%, what would be the percentage you would say of women that are functional?
In the world or the United States?
Just, whatever you want to make, 100% of the United States. We'll just go there. What percentage would you say are dysfunctional versus functional?
10% or less are functional, and 90% are dysfunctional.
Now let me go into that. Now, if that be the case, let's say that's true. Wait, hold on. I'll give it right back. I'll give it right back.
Wait, and I have biblical reasons for that too as well, and historical.
Wait, if that's true, then that means the majority of men are going to deal with that 90%. This is why I say prepare them and teach them. Again, I never say go for the bullshit. Don't never go for it. Check it. She ain't right. Get rid of the bitch. But I would agree. We just explain that at least the overwhelming majority are going to be dysfunctional. So that means this is what most men are going to be dealing with. And what I've learned is it's better to be prepared. As they say, better to need it and better to have it, not need it, than to need it, not have it. So this is one of the reasons why I tell brothers how to deal with it, but I tell them don't accept. Go ahead.
But they all have the capability of being dysfunctional, and I think one of the hardest pills to swallow that a lot of men don't want to come to grips with is she can be functional one moment, but if you lose everything, she's like most women are indiscriminatory. It doesn't matter. Oh, you know what? I had some bad luck. If you can't provide, like either for them in the bedroom or whatever, they're going to go to the next best option or whatever option that they have available to them. That's just how they are. As men, we see that as dysfunction, but that's just how they are. I mean, it doesn't matter if you had like some bad luck or anything like that.
Wait a minute.
You forget one thing. You don't commit
long term. When men are talking about dysfunctional women, I don't think that ever come into the conversation that you lost your job and then she ended up leaving you. I don't know if that's what men are defining. She will. That's what I'm saying. Actually, she will. I know, but you know why it's so dysfunctional. I know, but you said that men are calling that dysfunctional. I don't think men are really calling that dysfunctional. Now, it can be some short-sighted bullshit if y'all been together for a while and was building something and within reason you lost your job. But holy shit. But within reason you lost your job and then y'all started gradually. I mean, if she didn't even give her some downtime to fix it, to see you plotting, planning your next move, she just walked right out the door. Yeah, that can be some dysfunctional shit, and she been wanted to leave and she was just waiting for an excuse. Now, if you've been without a job for a while and you're taking forever and you're not really trying to make a move and she can't see you making moves and she like, okay, he on some bullshit, then she leaving. But I think guys have a healthy understanding of whether or not a chick just, I got fired, then immediately she fucking somebody else. It is some it's some dysfunction in that because she already had one foot out the door if that was the case.
Yeah, she was already fucking right.
I feel like you got a cape on, dog. I gotta call it.
Can I get my guide to men for the three types of women that there are?
I'm just saying that's the reality of it. They're just that's just how they are. I mean, I can't really get mad at a fish for swimming. I mean, I'm not justifying what they do, but it's just a hard reality that a lot of dudes have to face. It's just that's why, like, I kind of agree with polygamy is key. You got to have a whole bunch of options, because if you don't have a whole bunch of options and you invest all this in just one day or a week or whatever you invested in could be all gone if you don't have any options. That's all I'm saying.
All right, whole fire in 3, 2, 1. Go. Not whole. I said whole firing.
Hot fire. It's all good.
Hot fire in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's all good. There's basically three types of women, and as far as
only three.
Only three. And
right.
if fellas, not just on the panel, but in the manosphere, just whatever. If you learn this, you will never make a mistake with women again.
Skinny, medium, fat. Go ahead. All right,
that's the subtypes. That's subtypes. So the first type is, and this is all biblical. The first type is a wife. This is a woman that's selfless. The second type is the concubine. This is a woman that is selfish. And then the last type is the whore. This is the woman that is self-served. So any woman you deal with, they're going to fit into one of those three categories. So the amount of women that are wives, which are selfless, the biblical definition of a wife, if you want to follow that, you're talking about, as the population of the entire world, you're talking about less than 10% of women, whether they're married, whether they're single, whether they're underage or not, they're not old enough yet. Historically, you're talking about maybe 10% of women are considered wives. The rest of the women you're dealing with, concubines and whores. And the biggest problem with men, and this is the biggest problem I see with men, they don't know how to tell a concubine and a whore from a wife. They think because a woman's giving them sex, she's smiling at them, she's stroking their ego, she's being nice to them, she's giving them access. They think that they have a wife. And if you look at the dictionary definition of a concubine, it's not a bad thing. She's a woman who she's not a wife, but you're in a relationship with her. But it's not a selfless relationship like one you would have with your wife. She's only there while the times are good. A wife is going to follow you to the ends of the earth, no matter what. A concubine, she's going to follow you as long as things are good. And when things get bad, like my other brother said, if you lose your job or if she finds a male that's better than you or taller than you, a concubine will leave you. And the problem is with a concubine is they're very good at disguising their intentions until it's too late. This is why a lot of men get married to them and then they think they have a wife until they have the kids, until they have a disagreement, until something better comes along, and then all of a sudden the woman changes up on them. They bait and switch. The guy has no idea what happened, but they think their wife changed, and it's like, no, you didn't have a wife, you had a concubine. So what I tell men is, don't be in a rush to marry anyone. Don't be monogamous if you don't have to. You have to let women prove themselves to you day in, day out. And a true wife, she will have no problem with that arrangement, proving herself to you day in and day out. A concubine, she wants everything up front. You're basically being a sugar daddy.
Hold on, push pause real quick.
Sorry.
I like how you said that a woman have to prove herself to a man day in and day out. What Triple Black was saying, that man has to prove himself to that wife day in and day out. I just want to point the difference out in what you were saying versus what he was saying. What you're saying is better.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Still be a good man for sure.
Go ahead. No, I didn't mean to cut you off. You was rocking. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's all good. And there's definitely bad men out there. So men, don't take advantage of women who are working for you and being loyal to you. Take care of them, do right by them. But as far as men recognizing women, remember the concubine. She's a chameleon. She's there for you when it looks good, and then when it's not, she's gone. The wife, she's going to be there for you till the end. And I think the last thing I was saying was that the concubine is essentially a sugar baby. She wants you to put all the risk up front, and she takes very little risk. You put up the ring, you put up the dates, you put up the money, you put up the emotion, you put up everything up front, and all you're getting is some peace leave, some vagina. And the last thing I'm gonna say about that, and I'll pass it on to the rest of the panel, is any fella, if you're thinking about getting married, always remember, marriage is cool and all. I get it if you're religious or anything, but there's nothing you can get in marriage that you cannot get outside of marriage. If you don't have to be married to have sex, you don't have to be married to have kids, you don't have to be married to start a business with that woman, you don't have to be married to treat her right, you don't have to be married to love her, you don't have to be married to do anything. It's all a lie by society. Marriage is not the ultimate sign of love. It's a business contract with the state, and or if you're certain religions. But if you're not religious, or if you're not some super wealthy elite Illuminati member, marriage is not the way to go. There's better options for you fellas, and that's what I gotta say. Thanks for having me on the panel.
Let me start.
I appreciate it. Real quick, Nick Penn, thanks for the super chat. Said his brother is on point. And shout out to Mr. Fantastic who dropped a 20 piece on me on the Cash app. I appreciate that. Fantastic. Shout out to everybody who's supported and contributed so far today. Appreciate all you good brothers and sister, because Melody donated, even though she did come up missing for like 3 days. She got flued out. You ain't got to talk about it though, Melody. Anyway, she got flued out by somebody. She got
flued out.
Yeah, she was missing. She went on nobody panel for like 72 hours. She got flued out. She got flued out. I mean, yeah, she went in nobody chat room for 72 hours. Yeah, she got flued out. Nick Penn in the building. Thanks for that super chat again, man. All right. Thanks, Hot Firing 321. That was some good shit. That was some good shit. When he said there's 3 different types of women, I was like, oh, here we go. It's about to be thought it was gonna get weird. But no, he said some good things. Said some good things. I liked it. I liked it.
And let me say this. According to spirituality, because I'm into the Bible, and God Himself says a good wife. I always say this. God Himself says a good wife comes from Him, and so that lets you know a good wife. For God to say a good wife comes from Him, that means I'm like, okay, if good wife comes from you, then that means majority of these women out here, if they didn't come from you, they're not good wives. And when you look at the rareness of, like he just said, 10% of women being wives, that only just confirms to me that she's a true wife is a rarity, and she has to come from God. Now let me say this as well. I always tell brothers too, along while you're meeting women, along with keeping your options open and being in polygamous situations and having multiple women, get the women to invest. Make a woman invest. Like, understand something. A woman doesn't mind leaving a situation or destroying a situation when it's all your investment. She can shit on you, and she hopes to destroy you and leave you broke, so that way she can move on, because they just petty like that. And if you dealing with women talking about they boss bitches, then what kind of boss bitch doesn't want to invest? What kind of boss bitch won't invest? And then think about this. How you a boss bitch if you begging? If you the one begging, and if you begging, how are you the prize? Wouldn't the giver be the prize? How can the beggar be the goddamn prize and the giver? He ain't shit. Get the fuck out of here. So what I've learned is, you make a woman invest. If she's not willing to invest in the situation, that's one of the, I say test women. That's one of the ways you test to see if she's qualified to be with you or not. Because I don't want to fuck with nobody who's not willing to invest in their own situation. If you want to invest in the situation you're involved in, why would I want to be business partners with you?
Nah, man, you're right. You're right. We as men, we gotta do like women do. When they see us, they evaluate and try to see where we are. Are we their beta male provider? Are we alpha? Whatever. They do that very quickly. We got to put women in a category fast. Sometimes we take too long to put a girl in a category. She on growing on us. We just got used to her, and we start making excuses. Right. You gotta, if she's a concubine, you gotta find out real quick. Don't take all day. Find out real quick. You look at her friends, that'll tell you something, and her mama. Whatever her mama is, what she gonna be?
Yeah, so, as far as women investing, like that was, well, when you said you got to get them to invest, what I've come to find out that a lot of times when a chick feeling you, it ends up, a lot of times it'll end up being something she'll naturally do.
That's 10%. Remember, that's 10% for most parts.
I don't know what the percentage is, but I noticed that like women, they will buy stuff, like for example, like my woman, she I mean, women shop more than men. If you constantly on her mind and she out shopping, she gonna buy you some shit. You know, women, they will naturally do it though. If they feeling you and they into you, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
And no, if they're feeling you and they're into you and they're not selfish. The problem with a lot of
that's
times
true.
you're
That's
dealing
true.
with most women, like again, I said society is teaching them, the household is teaching them, they're coming out, even if they're not aware, even if they're they're not consciously aware, it's subconsciously being driven into her psyche every day through reality TV show, through OnlyFans, through the way all the likes on Facebook, Instagram. To an extent, we do have to blame ourselves. I'm not justifying the dysfunction. We do give women too much goddamn attention. Understand something? You can do nothing but spoil a person if you give them too much. You think she's gonna tell, of course, it's her nature. She wants anything she can get. But you got to recognize, like parents do, and you got to be these goddamn women parents because their daddies wasn't there. Unfortunately, you got to recognize that spoiling her, you do just that. You spoil her. Now, context. That doesn't mean don't treat her for shit. Like we say, you give her a reward basis. If she fucks up, she gets nothing. Hard-headed hoes are a no-no. You don't reward hard-headed hoes. But if she does something right, if she's being good, you reward her to show her, this is what I do when you do good. This is what I do when you do bad. That's going to separate the users from the women who truly want to be with you, because the user going to get tired of that shit because she ain't going to want to do shit and she going to break out.
Right on. Judge Dilla said, I splashed my seed on a golden cross necklace. Does that count, man? Get out of there.
Judge always messing around with God. Hey, Judge, God gonna get in your ass one of these days.
Yeah. But she was a good church girl. She had it on a cross necklace. So I mean, he was wife material. So hey. All right. What you think about what Stoic one said right here? He said a woman who is good wife material before she ever gets personally involved with men. A good wife would never be around a man who is not ready. What you think about that?
I would agree with that. Like, understand, like we said, I would think, again, I know some of the best women I've seen were women who had their fathers around. And I don't mean that father that was in the house and mama was running him. That he wasn't shit. I'm talking about the father that ran the motherfucking house. And it should be common sense. That father prepared her how to deal with men because he had to get in her ass when she was being selfish. He had to show her it ain't always about her. He prepped her. This is one of the reasons why you was thankful you went and talked to the man, and the father interviewed you, because not only did you get to see where she came from, to see where she learned all this from, he wanted to see what type of dude you were before he turned his daughter over to you. And that's the problem, being that these women going through these selfish phases, running these men off. The majority of these women are being produced in fatherless homes, or their father was raised by their mother, and she like, a lot of times I say this, the weak men that women talk about that they try to blame on men, it's not us. It's women who raise them. Strong men of value don't raise men of not value. Men of honor don't raise men who are not honor. We put into the boys, or we attempt to put into the children what we are. So true men don't raise that. Now, what happens is a woman, she starts the cycle. She runs off from that true man. She raised that son by himself. He becomes a bitch dude. He becomes grown. Now he does that. He raises. So now the cycle goes. So that's how the cycle continues. But a man doesn't raise a bitch dude. So at the end of the day, a lot of these women being raised without fathers, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with these women. So like what Stoic is saying, full circle, what he's saying is true. And in a lot of cases, the women who are already wife material, they've already been prepped for that.
Right on. No, yeah, we in the middle of working that out. One-on-one with David Johnson. He says that would be fire. Yeah, we in the middle of putting that together. We changed. Well, he sent me an email, so I got his email. We got to come up with a topic. When we get a topic together, we gonna fire away on that. Right there, I'm looking at your names. Hell, this might fuck around and be the topic where you say polygamy is key. Explain that situation in your actual personal life, if you don't mind. Are you saying you're just a single man that just got a bunch of hoes scattered around, or do you got a living harem that you're taking care of?
All right, let me say this. First of all, for all y'all who don't know, I am definitely an Israelite. So I like when the brother come up talking about the Bible, that's what I'm about. And I know my way works. I know it's the correct way, because Israelite, we don't get to put your wife away. We go according to the Bible. The only way you get to leave a woman is if she cheats on you, she sleeps with another man, or she's just too rebellious. Those are the two ways. God normally does not like divorce, but those are, and that makes sense. That's how beautiful. So outside of her cheating or her being too rebellious, which I would think that would be every man. So I know God is on point. I would think those would be the two ultimate deal breakers for any man, her being too rebellious where I can't work with her, or her cheating. So outside of that, if and you know, sex with a woman is marriage. Now think about this. Every guy, the average guy, now here's where the guys gonna give me pushback. Sex with every woman, oh hell no. Now if you didn't know, you didn't know, and you can't keep her there. If she leaves, then it's not on you. But if you think about it, if we approach sex as marriage, men and women, there would be a lot less single parent homes. There would be, so then we wouldn't be having these conversations as much because we would break this cycle. So to me,
hold on, but don't some Israelites, and we probably need to say this for one-on-one, don't some Israelites just they'll smash a chick and been talking about you my wife now.
Well, let me explain. In the Bible, see, God doesn't see, like, remember, women weren't supposed to be whores. I know America is, we've been so used to this shit, it's normalized. A woman wasn't supposed to be a whore. A woman technically was supposed to be with one man. So at the end of the day, sex was supposed to be marriage. That's how we do look at it, because God doesn't condone you making women into whores, because that's how we got this single parent household. You just smashing women, dropping off babies, leaving them, then you're kind of part of the problem we're talking about.
Oh, no, you are definitely part of the problem if you just smashing women, dropping off babies, and leaving them. But I think it seemed like the Israelite man has an out in the sense that
no, listen. If he's a true Israelite, he's lying. If he says if he's a true Israelite, sex is marriage. And like I said, if he's going according to the Bible, if he's not, then he's lying. He goes according to the Bible. He can't put her away. He can't cut her loose or divorce her if she hasn't cheated or she's not rebellious, giving him hell every day. So my point I'm making is, marriage to me, it's not a contract. It's just a commitment. I say, like, a lot of times with God in the Bible, we over sensualize, we blow it up more than we put too much spook and too much on it. Marriage is just a commitment. A commitment doesn't require an actual contract. That's when you know it's a hustle. Because I ain't saying every scenario you don't need contracts. In this context is everything. In this context, if me and you didn't need a contract to get together, we don't need a contract to break. If me and you ain't seeing eye to eye, ultimately we need to try to work that out. So what I'm saying is, it's a commitment. So me and my women, they don't stay with me. Like, first and foremost, I try living with women. I've lived with about 3 or 4 women. My own shit, it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. I find we get into most shit, and I'm not knocking the brothers who can. Again, if you got that type of woman you can live with, to each man his own reach. For me, the goofiness, like, I got the moments where, okay, I can deal with some goofiness. Then I got the moments like, okay, I don't want to be dealing with goofiness because I'm not bringing you any goofiness. So I don't want to deal with any of your goofiness. So them living with you limits that. So ultimately, you want to make sure everybody has their own spot. You know what I mean? You need everybody to have their own. You can go to their crib. They can come to your crib. That way, everybody kind of gets their own space, and we don't grow tired of each other. You almost kind of miss each other because you're not around each other every day. And make no mistake, if you're building with your brothers, you're getting money. We're talking leadership. We're in the manosphere doing what we're doing. You don't have time to be around these women all day, every day, and you shouldn't want to be around these goddamn women all day. If you're around your wife and your woman all goddamn every day, all day, where are you conquering shit? Where are you building shit? Where are you strategizing shit? Where are you unifying? If you with this goddamn chick all day, that's even why the Bible says in some points it's better to not have a wife, because believe it or not, women are distractions. That's a fact. Now that sounds contradictory. How would God say have a wife and then say it's better not to have a wife? Because it's context. It's another thing about life, the Bible, context is everything. What he's saying is, if you don't have a wife, that's less attention you got to pay to the goofiness. He's saying you're gonna have more time to be productive, as you should. But if sex, you like having sex, it's better to have a woman that's yours than to be sleeping with another man's wife, because that's a violation. If you sleep with another man's wife, you're supposed to be put to death. The Bible is about polygamy. The Bible says if a man takes for himself another wife, then it says he must continue to provide for her and marital arrangement, which is sex. But then you look in the Bible, majority of the men in the Bible all had multiple wives. David himself, God told David himself, when Saul died, he said, I delivered you all of Israel. I even gave you your master's wives. This is what God told Samuel. That lets you know that God understood, as much as people don't want to tie it in, that lets us know how much God understood why polygamy would keep women on point. That's another reason why I know polygamy is key. Because again, with all the dysfunction and the goofiness, women are going to tell you this. They need competition. Like women, when they go around and dressing and they getting bags and clothes and they stunting on Instagram, they're not doing that shit for us. They're doing that shit for each other. Men don't know what dress and what bag a bitch got. They're doing that for each other. So that lets you know that's what they're into. Like the bro was saying, that's part of their nature. Competition is part of their nature. So you must provide competition if you want the dysfunctional crazy bitch to halfway act right. You got it.
Yeah. We may get into that the Hebrew Israelite philosophy when it comes to women, because there was a lot of stuff in there I heard that I want to jump on, but I want to save it for if we do a one-on-one.
Okay.
Because I
thought that would be a good idea too.
I'm just gonna save it, and then we gonna end up just debating the Bible and God and having one of them talk.
You know it. You know it. You know how it's gonna go.
We're gonna get into all of that. So yeah, it'll be damn near 2 parts. So yeah, we can go all day on that. But yeah, we passed the 3-hour mark, so I'm about to wrap this bad boy up, man. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. Thanks again, Fantastic, for that cash app. Everybody who supported the show, hit the like button. Everybody who hopped on the screen, you hopped on the panel, I should say. Even Triple Black, even though I think you had a little had a little cape on for the fuckery today. But,
a little cape.
But even Triple Black, thanks for hopping up, hot firing. Morpheus, I can't think Zero, Tie City, everybody who hopped up today, man. Appreciate all y'all. And once again, thanks, David Johnson. We'll get it in. We'll definitely get it in. So all right, peace, everybody. Peace. We out.
Peace. Hey, polygamy is the key. Keep your options open, guys.